What's going on, fuck faces?
What's up, fuck faces?
Yo, we're here again.
Motherfucking fuck faces.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
Episode number
Nine?
9?
I think.
Fucking 9.
Damn, we feel like we're all that already.
Fucking 9. That's crazy.
Yeah, one more before 10.
There we go.
Before 10.
Let's go, baby.
All right.
How you fellas doing today?
Beautiful.
I'm doing great, sir. How are you?
I'm good.
Oh,
I'm
yeah.
refreshed. Back from Vegas.
Fresh, clean shirt.
Alive and broke.
Oh!
Yeah.
Broke. At least you feel good.
Right.
But before we get started, Dman, why don't you introduce our special guest today?
All right. I would like to introduce the one, the only, the almighty Dman.
That's-
Also known as Jonathan.
What's going on, Jonathan?
Supposed to be the other way around. See what I did right there?
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever. You
What's
know.
up, man?
I'm Jonathan. What's up, fuck faces?
Yeah, finally.
Finally here, man.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's still a little bit of crazy times.
Yeah?
Still got shit going on.
Round 2? Round 3?
Yeah, round
Whatever.
2.
Round 2,
for the
right?
shutdown. Seems like today they closed what? The restaurants,
Yeah, they
the
formed.
zoo,
They say they
Bars.
bars.
Even though they were open for like 2 weeks or something.
Yeah, man.
But they
There's
don't
gonna be a
close.
lot of fucking jobs missing. Or
But they don't close fucking UPS.
still, my
Motherfuckers
job
are.
either, dog.
They're not
They
close.
don't care if the shit's burning down.
Hell no. Get your ass back in.
We are what they call essential.
Yeah, man.
essential. Ain't it grand?
That's crazy. It's crazy.
Sucks.
Yeah.
I mean, it's cool. It's cool and all being essential. You know, like it makes you feel important. But fuck, man, I want to go home too.
Yeah, no, I love. Yeah, seriously, I love the check, but also here unemployment is nice,
Yeah,
so I would
exactly.
love
Yeah.
unemployment as well.
I'd rather get paid not doing nothing.
Yeah.
I feel a lot of people say they get paid more than what other people are working at
Yeah.
the moment.
Yeah, my girl was getting paid nearly what I was getting paid on.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying,
Nice.
Right.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
But they put her ass back to work, so
Oh.
she's back at it.
That's what she gets. Nah, man.
Party
Went to
over.
Vegas this weekend.
Oh, how was that?
Vegas was dope. Vegas was lit for me at least.
All right.
First we got there Friday. When we drove in, it was pretty fucking quiet.
Okay.
Not a lot of traffic.
Ghost town.
Yeah, basically, I don't know. I've only been there one time before, and then you always see on movies how it's always packed. But the one time that I went, it was completely packed,
Okay.
and god damn it, this shit was empty.
How was the ride over there? Was it like smooth, fast? Did it take forever?
It
Because usually
felt like
Vegas
it
is
took
like
forever.
it's like a 3-4 hour ride.
Yeah, only because like you're
5.
excited to get there already, so like the whole time you're like, are we there yet? Are we there yet?
Get me out of this fucking car.
Yeah, like 4.5 hours maybe.
Uh-huh.
We did pretty good.
All right.
Yeah, it was quiet at first, and then the second day it started picking up, much more people. I want to say it was like 75% people wore masks.
And then
Wore
the
mask
rest.
or didn't?
Wore a mask.
Oh, wore mask.
And then the others just didn't give a fuck.
Did you wear a mask?
I did.
Yeah, all
It's
right.
Was
not,
that
for pictures, no, but
Social distancing. How was that? Out there?
No.
No
such thing.
No boundaries.
yeah, no, whatsoever. Whatsoever. It was hot. It was like 108 degrees.
God damn.
I wear contacts, so that shit just dried out my eyes.
Ugh.
Damn.
Put me in a bad mood.
SpongeBob status?
Mm-hmm.
All dried.
Good reference.
Damn, man. But yeah, so did you win?
Did
you lose?
I was winning at first, and then I fucked around and started drinking.
Vegas got to you?
Yeah, me and my uncle were gambling pretty good at first, so it just seemed like the whole world was with it, or the universe was with us, and then we started drinking.
It's a good high to run once you're
Yeah,
up.
yeah.
You want to keep going up.
Yeah, you
and
just don't know how to walk away. Like the first day, we knew how to walk away.
Just like everybody.
Yeah, and
First
then
day.
after a while, you just feeling like you could just conquer it all, and you can't.
You're right. The
Yeah.
longer you stay in Vegas, the worse it is, man.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I think I would only stick to like slots because I have no idea what's going on with like roulette or blackjack or.
No?
Yeah, I know the
mean,
basics.
21's pretty basic, but like even still.
Yeah, I know the basics of blackjack. I know the basics of crabs. Those are the two main ones that I played for the most part. I did a little slots too, but for the most part, crab table and
Crabs.
I love crabs.
I don't trust slots. I feel like that's all programmed.
Yeah.
I feel like they choose their winners.
Yeah.
I
Even
don't-
when you're winning, it feels like it's a setup just to make you think you're gonna keep winning. You know what I mean? So mind state, you're like, oh, I'm winning, I gotta keep going, and then you end up losing it all.
And then that's it.
You ever had the one where you're playing at the slot machine and you're trying, You move away, the next person comes in.
Yeah.
Boom, they're winners. And you look at that person like, dude, that's my money.
Yeah.
That was my chance.
The last time we went, we wanted to play the Wheel of Fortune because we never played it. So we wanted to play it bad. We finally found one, and we're about to step to it, and then someone else is about to step at the same time. So we kind of stopped, and I was being a nice guy. I was like, yeah, go ahead, man. It's all good. And this first fucking little roll, he gets $500 out of it. Yeah, I was like, that's mine, motherfucker.
That's my money.
It hurts, man.
Yeah. Oh, definitely. It was kind of depressing. And I didn't win shit after that.
Mostly just gambling and partying. Mm-hmm. What else was it?
Your boy got married.
Congratulations,
Congratulations.
dude. Wow.
Yeah.
No wonder there's something in the air. Look at this. Doesn't he
Look at
look a
that
little
smile.
bit cleaner?
There's
Look at that.
I showered
Look at
today.
Yeah.
There's a glow.
There's a glow on this
There's
guy,
a hue
right?
behind you, man.
Look at you.
It was dope. Kept it low key.
Right on.
Didn't really tell anybody. So we went and just did. We were just gonna get the mayor's license, and we just decided to do the overall little chapel thing.
Party.
Yeah, I think the chapel was from The Hangover.
You're lying.
No shit.
The Hangover
For
little chapel, the
reals?
little white chapel. That's
Yeah.
my uncle's one. I could be wrong. I didn't double check. I didn't Google it.
You never know.
Wow.
Vegas
Yeah.
has a lot of those, but I mean, hey,
Yeah, exactly.
we're gonna put it on later on. We'll see.
Yeah, the little white chapel
The
was
Little White
called.
Chapel.
Yeah, it was dope, man. The overall experience was
Damn.
amazing. It's something I will never forget for sure.
Of course, man. Congratulations again, man. That's
Appreciate it.
Was it the plan to get married out there?
Yeah,
That
well,
was the plan
we planned on going to Vegas. That was kind of last minute too, and we already like talked about getting married. And we kind of just the lights lit up in our head. Was like, why
Do
don't
it
we do it
at
there?
Vegas.
Yeah,
Let's
And
do it.
we decided that we're gonna have like a bigger wedding later on, and so
For everybody
family and
else
friends
to
and everything.
join.
Yeah, but for now we just want to get the.
And I'm serious.
I got that a lot.
Some people are fucking getting married like through Zoom, like the ceremonies, like a
Yeah.
Zoom whole fucking
Zoom is
process.
the
It's
thing,
crazy.
man.
It's
Yeah.
Have you done anything through Zoom?
nothing,
Nothing.
dude.
We should try it. We should try to do our next guest through Zoom.
Oh,
Well, actually, I kind of did. There's this podcast that I listen to called The Ralph Report. You have to
Okay.
be a patron to get it. Lately, what he's been doing he calls it the virtual cocktail parties.
Okay.
So you go to this certain place. It's kind of like Zoom, but I think it's called Comcast. So you go to that place, and it's like it's like an online chat room, except you see him.
And
He's
sees
live.
you.
He's live. Well, I mean, he could pull you up.
Oh, okay.
He could pull you up, but it's basically you just watching him, and like he's right there with a drink and answering questions from fans.
Oh, that's dope.
And then sometimes he'll bring someone up, and they have like a live little interaction. Well, this past Saturday he did one, and the whole conversation of tattoos came about.
Okay.
And so I started commenting like, "Oh, I got a few. I got one or two."
Yeah.
And the person who was operating the system and said, "Hey, are you willing to come on camera and show off?" And it's like,
They asked you?
I'm like, yeah, I'm down. I'm down. But then she's like, all right, well, like give this one guest a couple moments. We're gonna finish talking to them, and then we'll pull you up. And I was like, all right, sweet, fuck yeah, I'm gonna talk to my favorite podcaster.
All right, that's dope.
And then it started settling. Oh shit! I'm gonna talk to my favorite fucking podcast.
What am I
I
gonna
don't know
say?
what the fuck to say. I started freaking out. Well, I mean, not freaking out, but I started getting like a little
Yeah.
jittery,
Yeah,
a
yeah.
little nervous. Like I'm like, oh man, I'm gonna probably stutter a whole bunch. I'm probably gonna say fuck like every other word. But it was cool. Like it was kind of like I don't know. It's
Did they show your face on there?
yeah, dude.
Oh, that's fucking
Damn.
dope.
Yeah.
So,
Oh, it does.
what,
Like,
did,
Steve.
what did they talk about the tattoos? Because obviously you have so many.
They mainly focus on my leg. I have a bunch of horror characters
Okay.
on my leg: Leatherface, Hannibal, Michael Myers, Captain Spaulding.
Which one's your
Creature
favorite?
of the-
Which one's your favorite one out of all of them?
Damn. Dude.
Sorry, I just threw another question.
That one hurts. Fuck. I guess the Creature of the Black Lagoon, because I like where it's at. It's like right here on the side of my left knee. Kind of the most painful, because it's like right there by the knee.
By the bone.
You just feel everything on your bone, dude. And out of all the classical monsters, you got your Frankensteins, you got your Wolfmans. He's my favorite.
Cool.
Gotcha.
He was always my favorite.
How many you got?
Oh, I got 6.
Dude, this guy, like, he gets them in the most painful place ever.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
No, I don't have no tattoos.
fuck?
I don't got nothing.
I know he's
It's like, so you got your chest blasted, you got your back.
And we were thinking about it in Vegas too. We were thinking about getting tattoos.
First tattoos?
Damn.
Yeah, I
Matching
checked it
tattoos?
out like a little bitch. Yeah,
Should have got it like on your ring finger, bro.
Yeah, no, we were thinking about that too,
Oh, okay.
but no,
No,
always a fun
no.
idea.
too typical.
It's kind of personal.
Oh, okay.
Not personal, permanent. So, you know what I mean?
All right.
Until death do you part. Isn't that what they? Isn't that the contract?
Cut my finger off.
Gosh, that finger had the contract.
What about you? What you been up to?
Well, I mean, this working. Not, it's just boring, man. I feel like every time I get this put this question on the spot, it's just the same thing.
Oh, gotcha.
Yeah, sir.
What else is
Yeah, I
there
feel
to
you, I
do?
feel
What
you.
is there else to do? I mean, we just gotta work. I mean, the good thing is that we're doing a lot more better at work, getting paid out more.
Mm-hmm.
But other than that, it's just living life, man. Like I said,
Is business picking up?
business is mad. It's picking up. It's really dope. Not to brag or anything, but for like a couple of months, I've been trying to build up my store, and finally, I got the spot where I wanted. Not really what I wanted, but I got number 2 out of all like the district and the market and everything.
Oh,
so
hell yeah.
it was pretty big. I just got congratulated this morning.
There you go.
Right.
Beautiful, man.
Yeah, so it's
That's
really
not bragging.
Oh yeah.
Nah, well, the only reason why, just in case if the homies do watch it, I have 2 other homies that work with me.
You lost. Nice.
Basically, you lost, homie. And then my other friend, well, it's Juan and Michael. So Michael's in a different district. Last time we talked, he was number 1 in his district, and I was number 1 in my district, and my homie Juan was number 3, and that's how he stayed. Let's say it like that. I got number 2.
Number 3.
Yeah, but it's fun.
You'll get there, Juan.
Well, you'll get there, Juan. But yeah, it's been fun. Other than that, it's just doing this, man. And like I said, it's becoming something even more and more enjoyable. I'm not saying that I never enjoyed it, but having a little chit chats with J-Man here before this is just, it's crazy how this is becoming better together every other episode.
Oh yeah, learning something new every time.
Yes, sir.
Tell me a little about yourself, dog.
Ooh.
Where do you come from? Where were you born?
Dude, East LA. I think I was born in Pasadena, but we weren't there for long. Like, I think by, I'd say like my 4, maybe 6 month day, whenever that is. I don't want to say years. That's when we went to East LA, and I've just been there ever since.
since?
29 years, yeah.
Damn.
What part of East LA? Where do you live? Or like
Oof,
familiar
like the
areas?
borderline
I
of
was
Boyle Heights,
Boyle
right?
and East
Gotcha,
LA.
gotcha.
Right, yeah. Right on
Yeah.
that border.
Good.
It's like the end of East LA, I should say.
Yeah.
Just before.
It's before. It's like around the Pino area, right before all that.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So
Grew up there, and then also I stayed in Alhambra. My dad stayed in there a lot when I was a kid, so stayed around there a lot when I was a kid. So half Alhambra for a while, and then half with my mom in the
Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Alhambra's a nice place.
It really is, yeah.
Yeah, compared to.
also dangerous. People don't know how to drive.
Yeah. Oh yeah, for sure.
Come on.
Lots of
For
accidents.
sure.
Come on, bro.
D-Man
here
tells
and
you you're into photography.
Well, filmmaking.
Okay.
Into filmmaking. It started with filmmaking, but then once I graduated, I got myself a little camera, and since I couldn't really record much, what I knew I could do is like on a day off, I'd go walk around Little Tokyo or downtown, and just start taking pictures of shit. And it was just something that kind of like it just came out of nowhere. I would just only find something that looked interesting, like, oh, that mirror looks pretty cool, so I'll take a picture of that.
Gotcha.
Or hey, those clouds look pretty nice, I'll take a picture of that. But then I didn't want to just like point, aim, and shoot. I kind of wanted, like, if I'm going to be posting this, I kind of want a little story behind it.
Yeah.
Almost. So so what I practiced on was trying to like tell a story within a frame.
Gotcha.
Every snap, you can kind of tell a story. Like you see like a guy homeless on the street, but with a bunch of buildings in the background. So there's kind of like there's a story to be said right there.
Yeah.
And you could fucking like just make up something like that.
Yeah, paint your own story.
Exactly, or you could write a description like man sitting in a busy ass street, something
In a
simple.
rich
I don't know.
neighborhood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So for a while I've been doing that, and every now and then I get lucky enough to film a music video, but it's mostly for bands.
Gotcha.
Like shout out to this dope ass band, ska band called The Paranoians. I did 2 music videos for them, and they're fucking amazing.
Hell yeah.
I'm not saying that my music videos, because they have a bunch of other ones, but
Gotcha.
I'm just saying the band. The guys are fucking fantastic.
Yeah.
They're beautiful. I don't know. Do you like ska? Are you familiar with? any type
Not
of
so
ska?
much, man.
You are.
Yes, sir.
Right?
I listen to the band. I mean, obviously.
Yeah.
So.
It's just feel good music, man. They do a little bit of everything, mostly Spanish singing songs.
Gotcha.
But they know how to get hard and fast if they like to. Their live performances are amazing. These kids this following that they have, all these kids like have high energy and they just love them. But
it's also like the style of music, wouldn't you say? Like
for sure.
ska music is just live, bro.
Oh yeah,
like,
dude.
I've been to a couple of ska shows with, I mean, obviously with you and the homies, and those shows are different than what we're mostly into, you know?
Yeah, we do like it fast.
Yeah, fast and heavy.
So like mosh pit?
Pause.
Mosh pit, dude.
Yeah, mosh pits.
That's where it's at for us.
Yeah, and
I'm mosh pit, don't touch me.
oh yeah, we talked about it last time. I'll mosh pit, but don't touch me. I don't know how that works.
Yeah. Just swing your arms.
Yeah.
But then there's people like that, that are in mosh pits. Like they want to be in there, they want to shove some people, but then as soon as they get shoved back, like
They want to fight.
that's it. Yeah, they start swinging, and that's not the point. I mean, what is the point about a mosh pit? You know,
Yeah,
you're
beat the shit out of each other.
running in a
just enjoy the
circle,
time.
punching people, shoving
Yeah.
them, dropping them, picking them back up,
Picking them
just so you
back
could
up.
drop them again.
Yeah, pretty much.
You know, but something about it is really cathartic. It's something about it like releases a certain tension and kind of like a bonding experience.
Yeah.
Like
You
imagine the adrenaline too.
There's people that always say, "I'll see you in the pit," but then that could be said in so many different ways.
So
you know,
many different ways.
I could tell you like, "Hey, I'll see you in the pit," but it means like we'll have each other's back, right?
Mm-hmm.
See someone fall, pick them back up,
Yep.
keep going. But then you rub someone the wrong way, bump shoulder to shoulder.
They're gonna tell you.
Homeboy spilled my beer or something. Yeah, I'll see you in the fucking pit, dog.
Yeah.
Just
Damn!
wait until see you in the
Yeah.
pit, you know, like,
And it sounds like it's funny because they're bigger than you sometimes.
Yeah, well, I can imagine most times.
Yeah.
You're not gonna get a little guy tell you, "I'll see you in the pit."
Oh, hey man, you'll be surprised.
Pick you up and throw you.
If you're I see that sometimes. If you're the biggest guy, you're the target person in those pits.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it happens.
Because they want to be the tough guy. They want to.
Yeah.
I brought that guy down. Me.
Exactly.
But then again, that's not what it's about, though.
Nah, it's really not. I
It's
mean,
like-
I'm talking about it the
little
totally
things,
opposite
yeah.
way.
Yeah,
gotcha.
But it's fun. I don't know why I feel like that with the type of music that we listen to. Obviously, heavy metal, rock.
Do you remember your first mosh pit?
My first mosh pit, to be honest, hell yeah.
Like besides like backyard gigs,
My first big
like
show.
at a concert. Yeah.
Yeah, I think my first. I'm trying to think if it was Trivium.
Oh. Ooh.
I think it was Trivium.
Really?
It was, and it was at the Whiskey. Obviously, I think it was with
nice.
Take Flight.
Okay.
Oh no, I'm lying. When Take Flight played, I think they played with All That Remains.
All That Remains,
All
yeah,
That
that's what it
Remains.
is. Yeah,
That I think those were one of my
The
first
Whiskey on
big-
Sunset?
Yes,
Yeah.
sir. Whiskey a
Whiskey a
Go
Go-Go, yeah.
You know what's up with that? And
Yeah.
he had a couple of shows before too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Back in the day.
Back in the
Used
day.
to rap, not rock.
That's
Or more,
cool,
a little bit more pussy.
You mean you get more pussy?
No,
Come
definitely
on, bro.
not.
Come on. But yeah, it was. I think it was All That Remains. Obviously, the Whiskey a Go Go. It's a small place, but hey, whoever's been there, they know that's
It's a legendary
obvious-
spot.
Legendary
Yeah.
spot. Where you see one of the best bands out there.
Legends.
Yeah.
Legends have walked there.
That whole sunset. Just
Oh, that's
filled with a
iconic,
bunch of
dude.
yeah,
Iconic.
man.
It's iconic.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's
Oh,
crazy.
it was cool. Like, it was fun to see actually. Did you see Quentin Tarantino's latest movie, Once Upon a Time in Hollywood?
I haven't seen it. I want to. And
It's awesome. But like the way that he transformed, like he was able like to transform that whole block into like the '60s, late '50s. Yeah, it's awesome to see. But yeah, dude, Sunset,
Yeah.
all iconic shit.
Everybody starts off there somehow.
Yeah,
For I don't know about you guys, but for us, for rap day, it's just looking back now, it's a hustle for ticket sales.
we had our fair share.
I
of
guess
that.
they use us
Oh,
to pay the main band.
Yeah.
I think that's everywhere, bro.
$15, $25 tickets. Hustled.
You have to pay like more than half.
Yeah,
because
man.
didn't
Then you
sell-
got to pay up front too for the
Yep.
just for the the deposit basically.
these
Yeah.
VIP meet and greets are kind of ridiculous. I mean, it's
The
cool.
price for it.
Yeah,
Oh man.
some of them are pretty up there.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But then there's diehards, so they'll
Yeah.
do it.
You're in a band right now.
Yeah, man. You filmed our singer. I filmed you guys the last podcast.
podcast?
Randy.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
And I'm his
Yeah.
drummer. I'm the drummer.
Fucking
This is
Randy.
the drummer
Fucking
guy.
Randy, yeah.
You
6'9". Randy 6'9".
Yeah. Oh. That's what we're gonna call him. Sorry, bro.
Call him that. Don't call him all the other stupid names that he claims.
So this is something that I wanted to bring up. So do you remember on the last podcast when Randy was talking about when he was playing this Team Crash Racing?
Yeah.
And he was talking
The
about
fucking legend.
yeah, he calls himself the legend
The
or
myth.
whatever. And he was talking about there's this one guy that always trying to say that he beat me or whatever.
Yeah. That's you.
That's me.
Right.
Anything you want to
Fucking
respond to him?
Ready when you are.
Exactly.
You already know, dude. You already know where to come. You already know.
You don't want it though. He said he's done.
You know.
He's retiring
He told us he
undefeated.
retired on
Yeah.
last episode.
That's what
Like
he
he's
was
gonna
saying.
tell people that no more, man.
It's not right. You know, because he loses a lot towards me. With me, I should say.
And you guys
Feels
are
good.
You guys got a. I think you said last time you guys got a show possibly coming up.
Possibly. Well, I mean, now with everything closing down, that might not
Oh,
work.
that's
But
right.
but our singles still might be dropping soon. We already paid for the mastering. Now we're just waiting for them to start working on it.
Yeah.
Throw a little link out there, bro. Again, remind the fans, our
Ooh,
peoples,
dude, just
if we have
we
any.
post a lot on Instagram, and we're under Influence 323. That's where exactly where we put all our content. But once this drops, dude, we're gonna Apple, Spotify, the works.
It's time to get out there.
What's the recording process with Rock?
It's
Like, is it all? Are you doing it all at one time? Like you were recording in sync,
no, it's
or are you
piece by
recording
piece.
separately?
It's
Oh,
piece by piece, and usually, I don't know. My experience, you lay down the drums first, then you go to guitars, then you go to bass, and then you do the vocals last, and
Gotcha.
then mix, and then you master, and that's that's as far as I know. That's
Yeah.
behind the scenes what I know. I just like to focus on my parts.
Gotcha.
I'm here for my job and my job only.
Yeah.
You guys figure out the rest.
Billions.
Yeah.
The COVID cases are crazy right now, man.
Uh,
I don't know. My boss.
Ice?
I told my boss. I was like, I feel like it's a lot of it has to do with just people are testing now.
yeah,
so
they're,
like
they're
it's,
testing a little bit more.
Yeah, a lot more. Like, well, where
A
I work
lot
at,
more, yeah.
where I work at, there's a little urgent care down the street, and right now, not right now, but every time I pass by, the line is like around the block.
Yeah, same
To
thing.
get tested.
Where I work at, I work in Lincoln Heights. There's a park called Lincoln Park.
Yeah.
It's always packed. Line ridiculous, packed in order for people to. Well, obviously in cars,
Yeah.
because people don't get off. They get tested in their cars.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It wraps around the whole park, the whole street. They have their own lines and everything.
Mm-hmm.
And every time I go on that side to either pick up food or something, because I don't really go on that side. I take my own food, obviously.
Yeah.
But when I do, it's forever. Bro. It stops traffic.
Yeah,
No,
fuck,
yeah,
dude.
it stops
Yeah, that's
traffic.
crazy. I told her, I was like, I think it's because people are testing more, and maybe like the antibodies are coming up. Like they had it at one point, and they had the antibodies, and they're just
It's the
considering it
media,
as-
bro. The media's scaring people.
I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
It's the TVs.
I don't know, man. I feel like that at this point, it just feels like there's no stopping it.
Nah.
You know what I mean?
No, there
The people that have underlying health conditions obviously should stay home. The older people should stay home, but I don't think there's anything that's gonna stop
It's
it. Like,
tough to-
keeping us home isn't gonna change
No.
anything at all. Especially if you have there are a lot of essential workers. Whether I don't know whether it's 50% to
People are tired of it
60%.
now too.
Yeah,
You know,
man.
That's
And
how-
people are losing jobs. Companies are shutting down. Mom
Oh,
and pop
yeah.
shops aren't surviving. There's
No,
no,
they're not.
way.
That's what
like,
sucks. You know?
Yeah.
yeah, man. And I'm sure they have like bailout money, but is that enough to keep it up for a whole year? 'Cause
No.
that's what it looks like we're headed to at this point.
Well, I mean, even before all this started coming out, we've been known from reports before that this is not going to get anytime soon. Well,
Yeah, that
it's going to take 2 years.
Who is saying that the worst is yet to come?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Hulu?
That's- Who?
The
The
World Health Organization.
Okay,
yeah.
got it, yeah.
Mike Jones.
Mike Jones.
Who? Yeah, man. I don't know.
Everything's changed now.
Yeah,
Everything's going to be changed. The way we go out, the way we go to restaurants, the way we interact. Movies will never be the same, and that's what's hurting.
Oh my
Yeah,
God.
I started reading about that, man.
Fuck,
That's
man.
that's the one thing that kind of hit me hard. Even though I haven't been to the theaters lately, we just talked about the last time I
Yeah.
went to the theaters. I walked out.
Yeah, that shit.
You walked out?
Dude, I saw that movie Chucky. The last
Oh.
Chucky. I'm a big Chucky fan.
Yeah.
That
No
shit
go?
was a flop, bro.
No go.
I don't think I have. I love the movies. I don't think I have ever walked out of a movie before.
It didn't
Oh,
look
wow.
exciting.
Nah, I mean,
The only thing exciting about it was that Mark Hamill was going to do the voice.
yeah.
And,
Wow.
Yeah. Mark Hamill's the Joker and Luke Skywalker from
They
Star
dropped the
Wars.
ball.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, it's different.
That's my shit too, man. Like after like
Going
all
to
my,
the theater.
all my days off, I'd like catch a movie.
Mm-hmm.
By the time I get out, it's happy hour. I'll go get a beer, think about what I watched, and then recommend shit. Talk about it.
I haven't been in the theaters in forever.
Nah.
What was the last one?
Well, yeah. What was the last movie you seen?
I think the Avengers.
You're-
Probably the
Endgame? Yeah.
first one.
Wow.
What, 2014?
Wow.
Dude, no,
That was
2012.
10 years
2012.
10
The
years
first
ago, bro.
Avengers.
Yeah, I think that was the last time.
Damn.
Oh no, you know what? I'm a liar. I took the kids to see Lion King. I take that back.
All right.
But before that,
that's
yeah.
recent. That's like
That's-
2018, I think.
yeah.
2018
Okay,
or
my bad.
19.
Yeah, I seen Lion King, but other than that,
How did you like Lion King?
I loved it.
You really did?
Yeah.
I loved it.
I didn't. I couldn't. I don't know. It was weird for me too.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
cartoon, like especially if you're so used to the cartoon, like as kids, everybody learned every
the
fucking
Mufasa,
song, the
yeah.
words. But seeing it like the way they made it was,
Did the Mufasa scene hit just as hard
yeah,
as the cartoon?
yeah.
Have you seen it?
Scar too.
I haven't.
Scar
I
did
haven't.
perfectly on there.
Yeah.
Yeah, man, I liked it a lot.
I think my favorite.
Watching it the second time, I didn't like it as much, but first time was amazing.
The one movie that I liked that was Disney that they remade like that live action was Aladdin.
Yeah, that was good.
I really
Really?
liked that one. Yeah,
With Will Smith?
I enjoyed. Yeah, believe it or not, like it was actually really good. A lot of people said that they didn't like him
Yeah,
as
that's
Genie
what I
and this and that. But hey, to tell you the truth, he added his own style,
Gotcha.
and that's what's really dope.
He could
Like,
get wild, you know.
yeah.
Big Willie style.
He, yeah, that movie kind of didn't look interesting, but you know who shot that? Guy Ritchie. Snatch.
Oh.
The Sherlock Holmes movies.
Oh, okay.
So I guess that's why. I mean, I don't know. Visually,
You didn't think it was gonna be good visually?
I didn't story and all that shit. I didn't think it was going to be good. I thought it was going to be a flop, but I guess I'm wrong.
I mean, don't go.
You
with
like
my
what you
movie.
like, anyways. You know.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't go with my movie.
I'll
Take
tell you
it.
what I do like.
What do you like?
Season 4, Ozark.
Oh, you know.
Oh,
I
shit,
wanted to
man.
talk about that.
Oh,
It's
baby.
the last season.
Let's go, baby.
They're closing it.
Yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen though. I don't know if they pre-recorded it already
I'm
or like
sleeping
they're
on
in the
that one.
process. But if
He
I'm
talks
sleeping on that
about
one,
it
yeah.
to a lot of people.
you
bro.
still haven't seen it,
I'm sleeping on it, man.
you still haven't seen it for sure.
Like I said, I only seen like the first couple of episodes, and
I know I'm
stopped.
gonna
Greatest
love it.
show ever.
Really?
Not exaggerating. Greatest show. That's my favorite.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I have a few favorite things that I'll watch over and over. It's Ozark, American Gangster.
Oh, that's a dope.
I fucking love American Gangster. I could watch that movie over and over.
So crime. You like?
I probably, yeah.
crime.
Yeah.
Did you watch The Irishman?
Oh, I did. On Netflix.
Yeah.
Long as one,
That's
but I
a
did it.
long movie, man. But it's fucking great. You know, you got all these old timers
Like a
finally
crime?
coming together for a crime movie. Yeah.
Gotcha. Was it Robbie Banks or
What's that?
Robbie Banks?
No,
No, dude. This
No.
is Jimmy Hoffa and like the mob about the union. And
it's kind of like a little history movie. They kind of tell you how things got put in place back then.
What is it
the,
called
with
again?
the mob?
The Irishman.
The Irishman. It's with I think Robert De Niro,
De Niro,
Al Pacino,
Pesci.
Pesci. Amazing words.
It's
yeah.
newer?
dude.
Huh?
Is it newer or?
Yeah, it came
Yeah,
out last year.
it's a Netflix original.
So one of the podcasts said something about it. I don't know if it was good or not. I think it was on Joe Rogan. They were talking about it.
It's really, I mean,
Yeah.
it's a lot of talking. Don't get me wrong. It's one of those.
But I like those are the movies I like.
Exactly. You'll
Like
like
the
it.
slow build up, but not so slow. But Ozark isn't really a slow build up. Ozark is like off the bat.
It just goes.
Yeah.
Kicks in.
Yeah, and then like I don't know much about filming, but just like it's like a movie. Just the visual of it is like a movie. You
Yeah.
don't get that in TV shows much.
I
Like,
was
No,
in-
not
I
really.
was
It's
in-
not as cinematic, right?
Nah,
Or
the
series.
that I got that vibe straight off the back. Like as
Yeah.
soon as I started seeing it, it gives you a movie vibe. How it's
I got you.
recorded.
all the acting is perfect, on point. Like
And
I feel like every character in there plays their role. Like they don't
Really good.
Yeah. Yeah, I think you'll like
It's
it,
a
man.
Netflix original, so it's really good, bro.
Yeah, man.
There was something that reminds me of that is Mindhunter. That's about the FBI. I think in the early 60s, I want to say 60s, 70s. But the term serial killer wasn't invented, and no one knew what a serial killer was. And that's what's basically about. These two guys start their own little private division. And at the time, it's like multiple case homicide. I
Yeah.
think that was the terminology
Okay.
that they use. But then once they interviewed more prisoners in different prisons, that's when they're like, oh no, this is something else.
Okay.
So we'll use the term serial killer, and then it just goes on from there.
What is it called again?
Mindhunter.
Mindhunter. Okay.
I'm gonna look
That
back
was
on this.
that
and
was
watch
pretty
it.
cinematic too.
Well, I gotta write a list of things because I have to like check off Ozark. This guy's been
Yeah, that
telling
one.
me.
So that my
a
mom
lot.
watches the fuck out of that. She finished like the 3 seasons within like 2 days.
Oh yeah, yeah. It's one
And
of
I
those.
kept walking in and like, fuck, like, damn, that looks
it almost
badass, but I don't want to.
Yeah, no, you gotta watch it, man. Guarantee. I think you'll like
That's
it for
fun.
sure. You guys watching? You watch any sports?
I do not. But I find myself when sports was a thing a long time ago.
Gotcha.
Baseball, dude. Baseball. Something like it seems like a boring sport, but something about it is really
Playing it is fun.
playing is fun.
For me,
yeah.
watching it is boring, but playing it is fun.
I like watching it too. Like
Really?
something about it, like it's just simple.
Yeah.
Boring.
Yeah, for me, it's such a
like
long
boring shit.
game. Very
You know
long
me.
game.
You know me, I like boring shit.
Yeah. NBA's coming back July 30th.
Oh, it was July 30th, bro.
Yeah.
I don't know why I was waiting for it yesterday. Thought it was June 30th.
Yeah, man.
I was like, bro, there's no basketball today. They lied to us.
Avery Bradley's sitting out.
Yeah,
Laker.
that's what they got. Jr.
That hurts. Yeah,
That's got J.R. Smith.
that hurts, man.
I think we just found out too today. I'm not sure if I'm pretty sure it's true. On my little group chat with my league of friends, they're gonna remove 2 games off the preseason off the NFL. Which I mean, nobody cares for a preseason, but I mean, there it is. The next thing you know,
it?
yeah, they're
Just
they're removing 2 games off the preseason.
Fanless though? No fans or social distancing?
I think there's still gonna be no fans on the stands.
Yeah, I seen the Raider Stadium over there.
Oh yeah,
It was pretty nice.
yeah, it was.
It looks nice on the outside.
Massive.
Yeah,
It was like a big ass mirror,
I mean,
a black mirror.
Black mirror.
it's out there. I mean, once you're driving in, you could just see it right there. It's pretty crazy.
You can't block it.
Yeah, it's gonna be hot as fuck though.
I can't wait.
Blow out the whole city with all the ACs in that bitch. Yeah,
They're gonna black out the whole city. Watch.
yeah. I'm excited for the Lakers though coming back. I don't know about the JR signing.
You know, I think he's still good, a potential just to fill in the slot.
He can shoot, but defensively we need Bradley because defensively he could stop all the more of the superstars and it just helps out. But
They're probably just gonna use Jr. On a probably like a rollout,
yeah, for sure,
just
for sure.
just to like scare
People are excited for him and Waiters because they're both shooters.
You see?
We'll see.
How hard
man.
how hard did Kobe passing hit you?
Oh, it fucked me up for a
Yeah.
while. Yeah, it fucked me. It didn't feel real for a while. Like it was just
That day, like it was super gloomy.
Yeah,
when I
well,
woke up, and it just something about it. Like as soon as I woke up, something felt wrong.
yeah. You could cut
Something
Yeah.
felt
the
wrong.
that.
dude. Yeah.
It's crazy,
You-
especially coming from you.
yeah, you could cut the sadness with the knife, man. It was nuts. Yeah,
It's
it,
awesome.
it hit me super hard. I don't know.
This year is just nothing but shit.
Yeah,
We're going down.
only halfway through.
Down.
Yeah.
We're only
very
halfway through.
man.
And then they said they got that swine
What?
virus.
For real?
Yeah, there's another swine virus supposedly.
No, another one to worry about.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you guys remember the Hornets?
Shit.
Yeah.
What happened to the Hornets?
They're gone.
They're
gone.
They flew away.
They flew away. They didn't even make it.
What podcast do you usually watch?
Ooh, watching visually, Joe Rogan, and then I'm a big fan of Bill Burr, so I watch this other one that he does with Bill Kreischer, called the Bill Burt podcast.
Yeah,
That one's really good.
Bert's funny as fuck.
Burt's fun. Yeah,
Yeah.
it took the Joe Rogan podcast for me to like to
To find out
to
about
really
it.
to really dig him, and he's funny. I mean, I can understand why people wouldn't like him because he's really
Straightforward.
and like just like high energy, you know, like super
Yeah.
high, like really like over the top.
Like he could bulldozer over your conversation. Like you
Yeah,
could have
you're like,
one
you know,
conversation, he'll
chill
just like
out.
boom, come in with something else.
Yeah.
But he's funny every time.
Always listen to the Monday Morning Podcast with Bill Burr. There's the main one that I listen to called The Ralph Report. Oh, no, I just told
Yes,
you.
sir.
And then I also listen to all of Kevin Smith's podcasts. Fat Man
Man.
Beyond, dude. He's like a really big influence on filmmaking, and I'd want to start a podcast just
Right.
because of him. Who else is there? I was telling you earlier about Justin Long.
Yes,
Justin
sir.
Long has do you know who Justin Long is?
I don't know.
Dodgeball. You ever seen Dodgeball?
Yeah.
He's the guy that always gets hit by like wrenches. Like he's the kid that always gets fucked with.
You don't remember?
No, not so
Remember
much.
Jeepers Creepers?
Oh, that guy.
The main
Yeah,
guy?
yeah.
Yeah, that
yeah,
him.
him.
Okay.
He has a podcast and he talks to a lot of actors.
Oh, wow.
And that's a good new one that I've been into. There's another one called Doug Loves Movies. This guy Doug Benson, he's a stand-up comedian. I don't know if you guys ever watched this documentary called Super Jaime.
Yeah.
No, yeah, that's
Super
him.
High Me or Super Size also?
Well,
Size Me?
Super Size Me, but like he did a
Super
parody of it, Super High Me. Yeah, that's what he's famous for. He does, and he's a huge movie guy too. So
Gotcha.
yeah, that's where got my love for that one. Damn, dude, who else am I missing? There's another one, Mark Maron. He's another stand-up comedian. He's great.
Dude, how do you have
The
time for all this?
The comedians have the podcasting on lock.
Dude, man,
It's crazy.
It's helping him so much.
Yeah.
It's fascinating.
You don't watch
like,
The Fighter and the Kid at all?
No, I don't.
Yeah,
That's a good one. That's a
Yeah.
good one. Because UPS, man, I'm just loading.
Yeah.
It helps. Like
It helps
make
them.
the hours fly. You know?
Yeah, for sure, for
And
sure.
a lot of them are like an hour and a half. Some are like 2 hours. Joe Rogan's 3 or 4
3 or
sometimes.
4. That guy's amazing. How
So
he does
time
the
definitely
podcast.
like passes by.
Yeah.
Another one. I think this is like the last one I listened to. Open Minds, UFO Radio.
UFO Radio.
I'm all about fucking UFOs and extraterrestrials and space, and
You believe in aliens?
I do. Well,
I fuck with you.
I mean,
He's like,
If-
all right.
Yeah.
Let's
if we're
do
the only
it.
ones here, if we're the only guys, like only type of life forms in the huge growing galaxy,
Right.
universe that's still growing, still stretching.
Bullshit.
Right.
We're the only ones that get to experience this, and we're fucking our planet up.
No way.
This is a disgrace to life.
Yeah, oh, hell yeah.
This is awful.
Especially like for all the tragedies that we're doing, like destroying the planet, destroying
Polluting the
ourselves.
water, dude.
Like-
Yeah, most things, if you think about the shit that we die from, is technically
Stuff
created
that
by
we-
man.
Exactly.
Man-made
It's
shit.
it's hardly ever like a, I mean, not hardly ever, but it's hardly like a
Most of the
natural
time.
disaster, like from just life in general. But it's cancer had to come from our foods or whatever we're smoking or whatever it may be.
How many times do you hear homeboy died of natural causes?
Are they ever overdose,
obese,
car accidents,
cancer, you name it, bad
Yeah.
accident, man.
all man-made stuff? It's crazy.
Yeah, it's ridiculous just to
I
think.
I believe in aliens. I believe there's something out there. I
There
mean,
just
we
has
call
to
it
be.
aliens,
There just
but
has to be.
there's just no way. Like I don't know. I don't see it.
The Hubble
How
telescope,
small we fucking are, just
One-
as humans to this world alone.
yeah,
There's
compared to the hundreds of millions of other galaxies
Man.
out
we're
there,
a,
dude.
we're a pebble in the spider web, bro. Like it's if you
you look through a
Dude,
magnifying
man.
glass
Yeah.
and you see those little cells. That's
Yeah,
us.
that's us,
compared
dude.
to this fucking Earth. And there has to be something. That's where my theory of a god comes from as well. Like there has to just be something that we would consider God if they came to this Earth and just decided to fuck it up.
Yeah.
We'd be like, "Wait, that's God."
That's got it.
You know what I mean? There's
But who
something
knows?
out there that's-
Probably wasn't.
Yeah. You believe in
No, I
God?
don't. No, I'm a atheist.
Gotcha.
I believe in nothing.
straight out.
So is it the thought of God that you don't believe in, or religion, or both?
Both,
Both
both. And if there's like one guy or woman that
or thing?
or thing that fucking has the plan for all of us,
Mm-hmm.
what the fuck, dude?
Yeah. When you
This
showing up?
COVID-19 was this, dude? Or the
When are you gonna give us a break?
fucking kids that are coming out like deformed or
Yeah.
anything bad, dude? Like, why? Why does this like person have to suffer through this?
Yeah.
This was part of your master plan.
But what if it wasn't though?
If it wasn't,
Yeah. What if like again, most of the things that happen bad
yeah,
are usually due to man's doing, like whether it be DNA or whether it be something like death or a tragedy. A lot of it comes from like if you're walking down a road and you see a hole in the ground and you try to walk over it and you fall into the hole. That's whose fault? Is that God's fault? Like, why did I fall into the hole, God? Or is it like the fact that we did it?
I mean,
You know what I mean?
why would
go-
you? But why would you blame it on God though? If that's an accident that's being done, like it's that's what an accident is called.
Yeah.
an accident.
Yeah, it's more.
But that's I guess that's where my thought comes from. Is like why like a lot of times when I'm not saying God has control of it all. I feel like I get mixed because I was raised in religion and it's installed in me.
Right.
But at the end we have free will,
Right.
right? So everything that comes back to us, whether it be like babies dying or something, it's I don't know. I feel like the first thing we do is like to blame. If you believe in God, is to blame God.
Okay.
Does that make sense? Am I
Yeah,
missing
no,
something?
it makes sense.
yeah.
But at the same time, my opinion on that, and I'm not gonna bash on God or anything or religion.
No. Go ahead.
As humans, we
I will.
like to blame.
I want to hear it. I want to hear it.
We like to blame somebody.
Yeah.
Yeah, something, anything besides ourselves.
Exactly. We will never take the responsibility in ourselves, or whether it's an accident or not. Like, obviously, you're taking it in a religion or whatever you believe in perspective of, you're going to blame it on your God. But for instance, on the other side, I'm going to use you as an example, a person that doesn't believe in God, he's probably going to blame somebody else.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean. Like, it's just the fact that's human nature. We like to blame somebody. So
some other asshole put this hole in the floor,
Yeah.
which is why I tripped. That fucking asshole.
but in a
But that's, I guess that's where I kind of agree with you guys, where it's like,
Yeah,
there's like there beyond that, like there has to be something greater. Everything started from something somehow.
Yeah.
And we call it God because we can't comprehend it. Our minds are small. But
Yeah.
wouldn't there be a creator of all creators at the end of in the beginning of it all? Wouldn't there be has to be something that created it all somehow, some way?
Why
And
does
wouldn't
it,
that in the light? Let's say you take away the word God, but we're talking about the overall creator of it.
well, well, my question to you would be, why does it have to be somebody that created that?
Not
Why,
somebody.
or something.
Something.
Why is it something that had to create it that? Why can't it
Because in
just...
science, it takes something to make something, right?
Damn, I wouldn't...
There's a whole evolution theory, you
That-
know, like
yeah.
it just boom.
But that's not. But that, and for me, that too as well. Evolution could be a part of the overall creation. Well, we as humans have learned to adapt.
Yes.
We've learned. We've come not very far, but so far, being that we have the small minds that we have. You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. Like, to see this all, like, whether it be the universe that we haven't even seen and everything around us, there has to be something even beautiful out there, like more beautiful than ever, that we can hardly ever comprehend.
Of
That's
course.
I guess that's where my mind state sits.
But also
With
why
the whole-
like they slowly release information like a declassified type of shit.
and
years
they do
later.
they do it every now
Yeah.
and then because
Yeah.
it's hard for somebody to
you
comprehend.
can't
that.
just fucking
Ease right into you know,
Yeah.
you gotta.
But don't you think it's funny that they release certain information when there's something else happening
Something
in the
else
world?
going on.
no.
Yeah, like they
Oh,
throw it
yeah.
in. Like, for instance,
In the midst of, like, they throw a little salt, like, real quick.
yeah,
Like,
Yeah, right
there you
now.
let
go.
me just stir this up right now for
Yeah.
a bit. Like,
The Pentagon basically confirmed like
we have UFOs.
there's some UFO shit.
But that's what
Yeah.
I mean. They literally released this
No one cares.
as confirmation
No
right
one
now
cares.
during the pandemic. That's
Yeah.
what I mean. They don't do it at open time
No,
when
no.
there's no tragedies happen.
You guys think they'll release it as aliens, or you think they'll release it as, like, we're starting to use advanced technology?
No, they
for
already
war.
they already did release it.
No, I know, but I'm saying, like, do you think, in the overall, like, just hypothetically speaking, in the future, like, you lay these seeds out slowly, so later on we can say that there is aliens, or is it to use as we have different kind of warfare that we can use? Because if you, let's say you release it, that sounds crazy. Cycle talk.
But it's okay. It's
Yeah.
okay.
Beautiful.
But let's say you release it now. Yo, we have UFOs, and we could fuck shit up. How well will the people take that? How well will that sit with the people at all?
It could go
Well,
a bunch of ways.
yeah, it goes a lot.
People could panic. Some
Yeah.
people like, I knew it. Some people couldn't care.
And
Yeah.
remember, sometimes the message is not just for us; it's for the
Other
other
countries.
countries.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
So yeah, that's why
exactly.
the other country's gonna be like, "Oh shit! Like, should we believe them, or should we let them know what we have now,
Yeah.
or should we just
No,
start
they'll
war?"
show us.
Yeah, that's how I
Sure,
feel like they
arguments,
release
yeah.
it just to be like later on, yo, we got this warfare just to give you guys a heads up. We've had
In a
this for
positive
while.
way, hopefully, when the nations of the world do decide, all right, now's the time. Hopefully, that's like a bonding experience, like
Yeah.
with everyone around the world, you know, because
Yeah.
I don't know, that's
Scary.
yeah, dude.
Yeah,
That's scary. That's a
I
scary.
mean-
Even the bond, like the bond that you speak of all
Yeah.
that is scary
So-
because you'd have to have complete control of every
Yeah.
aspect of every government,
yeah.
and everybody would have to obey.
In a perfect world, yeah, exactly.
Well, it's
you
called
know?
the New World Order.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's scary as fuck.
I actually saw a little thing. I don't know if it was on Joe Rogan's or somebody else. They talked about that right now the reason why we're going through this and they want to do the New World Order. It's a little conspiracy thought, and I mean it was really interesting, but I mean again it was hard to like believe into it.
Gotcha.
Obviously, they're doing this whole New World Order thing where obviously everything's going to be one because the conspiracy is that we're getting closer to, I guess, alien technology. And in order for these aliens to give us this technology, we have to be united as one. We cannot be how we are right now.
Gotcha.
Oh, we
Divided.
would scramble. We would
Divided.
fucking freak.
Yeah, what we're going to be, since we're divided right now and everything, that's the reason why no aliens have came to us because we don't even know how to be peaceful in our own world.
With the little that we got.
Exactly.
With the little that we got.
So whoever are these people or these 1%er or the secret world out there that are trying to put all this together right now, that's why we're going through this pandemic. It's a conspiracy talk. Yeah. That's why we're going through all this, because they want to unite us. They want us to be in one world order in order for them to get this technology to start advancing and going to the next phase of wherever this world is going.
Yeah, I hear half and half too. I hear it just to create more division as well.
Yeah, well,
because I don't think it's working.
Obviously,
it's not working. It's just not working.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy. Like
like a global event like that, that might, I don't know. I'm just trying to look positive, but trying to see positive too.
No,
like, I don't know. That would seem like let's all come together because now we have someone else to worry about or something else to worry about.
Yeah, of course. Like just imagine to have that thought. Like we're going at it with each other, but yet. What happens if something just falls out of the sky? Like the biggest thing, remember when we used to kick it up in the hill where Take Flight recorded their video?
Yeah.
Up there. Okay, remember we used to kick it up there and just chill, and you could see just the whole skyscraper of, downtown and everything. And what was the biggest thing we would say? What would happen? What would you do right now if you just saw something just landed downtown? Like, and it's funny because if you see the scenery, you're up there in the hills, bro, like where Dodger Stadium's at.
Yeah.
So you could see
the
whole scenery, and you see downtown is like that.
Yeah.
And we're just chilling, obviously drinking, having fun. And we're like, well, what would you do if you just see something just boom and just land? And when it lands, you just see something grow out of the ground. In like Cloverfield, Godzilla stuff, and like, what would you do?
War of the Worlds.
War of the Worlds, like something scary. Like, what would you? How would you react? Because we're back there watching it just.
Realistically.
Yeah.
A lot of people
awe and slowly start panic.
Yeah.
Slowly start to panic.
Rub my eyes. Make sure I'm awake.
Yeah.
Myself.
Seriously, and then try to be as rational as. I mean, like you want
to. You're gonna go on a.
You want to tell yourself you're gonna act this way. You're gonna react like that. Like
yeah.
I think I'll be all right, but I don't think anyone is fucking.
Nobody.
No, man.
Exactly. So, that's my thought. We're over here fighting each other, but imagine something just lands on this earth. How is it that we're gonna unite and try to survive this catastrophe, man?
Yeah.
Like that's it. Like everybody's. I know this is gonna be the first thing. Everybody's religion, or whatever they believe in, whatever they ever thought about things that are outside is where it's gonna go out the trash, because now it's gonna be like.
No,
you
religion.
Don't think so?
No, religion's gonna be like.
You think it's gonna
what
be
the
powerful?
Bible said. It's the end of the world.
But it's trained. That's training. That was trained and it was brainwashed. Because how the hell does a book or somebody in this world know what's out there? That's my argument about that. Yeah. How can somebody give you this concept of whatever comes through this globe, whatever comes from the outside and lands on this globe, it's the devil. It's the end of the world.
But at that, what is the right answer though? How could someone, like you said, how can someone know what's out there? So being a scientist as well, how could you know what's out there? If we have something that was planted from how many long years ago that they put a blueprint kind of what it would be like during that time, and then that comes up, but the scientists didn't come up with any kind of theory like that, then more people that believed in it already, they're going to be glued to it. This is the end of time. Yeah. This is it. This is God's coming back. Yeah, exactly. So I think that's definitely religion's going to live.
To be continued.
I'm not saying it's right.
No, I know.
I'm not saying it's right, but what I'm saying, I'm just saying that religion
is powerful, bro. It's very powerful.
It's a cult. It's one of the biggest cults in the world.
Exactly.
They want a piece of everything.
Oh, yeah.
Of course.
They'll find a way to.
It's one of the most powerful cults, too.
It is.
If a powerful pastor came right now and started telling Christians, like, anything stupid, like at 12 o'clock you start waving your hands to God, everybody, you're going to see a lot of people just in the streets just waving their hands to the sky.
Of course.
It's crazy.
Because it's the easy thing to buy into, bro. It's fear.
Yeah.
And that's the funny thing about religion that a lot of people will probably argue with me, and I'm sorry to say that.
Yeah.
They practice fear in the same thing in the Bible. They're training you to be scared of something, and this God is going to help you and save you in the afterlife.
Yeah, be
what
good.
the hell do we know about the afterlife?
Not a fucking thing.
Nothing.
Not
Nothing.
a damn thing.
But it's
That's
the same.
the scariest
but
thing.
it's the same conversation as you were talking about, like the scientists talking about what's out there.
Yeah.
But
who knows?
Who knows?
Yeah.
Then there's these conspiracy theories about that we never made it outside to space.
Right. Yeah.
Like that's
never
all a lie. We never went to the moon. Oh, have you seen that show Space Force on Netflix?
Not yet. No.
It's
Do they
pretty
touch
funny.
on that?
They touch.
Wow.
It's funny, and they talk about a lot of conspiracy things, but they just throw it in there as
I
funny
gotcha.
stuff. But you should take a look at it. It's
No,
only one season.
for
It's
sure,
pretty
for
funny.
sure.
I was having a conversation with my uncle the other day
Uh-huh.
about religion because he was raised in church as well. And
Yeah.
I can't say we believe the same because I don't know he doesn't share too many like deep thoughts on it. But I was talking about the thought of Jesus, and he was
Yeah.
basically like a famous ass dude.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Famous
Yeah.
ass dude. Like you don't really see it right in religion. They paint it to be just this
He's a god.
guy.
He's
Yeah,
a
this guy that everybody was
mystical guy.
against. But
Yeah.
the reality of it, this guy was a famous ass dude. And I feel for like the Bible, for the most part, was written in light to be an example, not the answer, but the example of what good we should be doing. Because you can kind of relate your life to every book in there somehow,
Yeah,
some
you
way.
find a relatable story.
Yeah, but it was made for that, and then people obviously are going to turn it to
It's been rewritten
into power.
for
God's
thousands
word.
of
Oh,
years.
yeah.
It's been
And-
rewritten,
and they took out-
rewritten, and
yeah,
rewritten.
They take out a lot of information in.
the Christians took out 17 books in the middle of it.
There you go. You
that-
show what you want to.
Yeah, exactly. Took out 17 books that we're talking about flying things and dragons and everything else. That,
If you really look into a lot of our, not ancestors, but a lot of our sculpture that we have found from things that are thousands of years ago or 100 years ago, that has to do with our ancestors. Like a lot of those, what is it? What are they called when they're like digged into the wall? Carved into the wall.
Sculpture, yeah.
Sculptures. That's what
Yeah.
they're called, or murals. No, murals is
Something.
painted.
Yeah.
But you know what I'm talking about?
That-
yeah, I get you.
Those things, yeah.
Hieroglyphics.
There you go.
There you go. Pronounce that again.
Damn it.
Sorry,
Damn it, dog.
I said it too
Son of a
fast.
bitch.
Too fast.
Hieroglyph. Fuck.
Spell it.
But if you get it, I'm sorry. I know I may sound stupid. I'm sorry for a lot of you.
No,
but,
no, don't apologize, dog. Share your thoughts.
But that, like, how does that these things are placed in different sides of the world and different times of the world,
Right.
they all relate to the sky. Something pointing to the sky.
Something
Like
to the
something.
sky.
There's a machine coming from the sky that's driving down to Earth or going out of Earth.
Yeah.
Like, and that has
It's
nothing to do
usually
with
on
religion.
fire or something like that.
Exactly.
right?
Like then, like I said, these are all different times in the world.
Yeah.
Come on. What does that mean?
Right.
But they don't like to touch upon this.
No, definitely
they
not.
don't.
Definitely not. There's
It's supposed
there's
to be a
another
story.
theory. There's another theory with AI technology that supposedly we've had advanced AI technology before, and this is basically the restart.
Yeah.
Right. We're basically a program that supposedly we can be.
Simulation or something like that.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yeah, I've heard about that. That sounds crazy.
Yeah.
That sounds believable too, because you look where we're headed. I mean,
Dude,
for all we
it's-
know, sooner or later we're gonna have data just stored in us,
Exactly.
put into a different
If,
body.
I'd probably look to The Simpsons for religion because they're predicting
right.
everything,
They
dude.
predict everything, man. They know
That's
something that
crazy.
we don't. They had
That's
their own
crazy.
agenda.
They called out so many shit.
Yeah, man.
Right?
Scary.
Well, Trump's not dead yet,
Oh shit.
It was almost there.
but that's almost guaranteed.
What season is that?
I don't know. I just
19?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
I just see the memes and everything all over
Oh, dude.
Instagram. I was not able to watch Simpsons growing up, so
Really?
nah. Yeah, like I said, I was a religious background, so I wasn't able to watch.
His family was like the
A
Ned
lot of-
Flanders.
Oh wow.
Yeah,
They close their
church
blinds at like
every
6, 5
Sunday,
o'clock.
church every Thursday. And that was installed big time.
We weren't. I mean, I went to Catholic school since kinder to 8th grade, and I think that was the only time like we didn't really go to church like on Sundays. Once like my parents saw that we weren't into it and it was kind of like a chore for us to do, we just never went.
Yeah,
And then my parents slowly stopped going.
yeah.
They're still religious though, like they don't shove it down their throats or anything like that because
Yeah.
they know.
It's your choice.
Yeah, and they know I'll talk some shit like, oh
Yeah.
really? Is he
Yeah.
thinking of me right now? He's not thinking of all these other people that are praying for their fucking
Yeah.
hardship.
Yeah, I'm special.
We're waiting in line, right?
Yeah, it's yeah. That for me too. Like I don't, because I was raised in it. I know what that's like. I will never ever force my kids. They want to know about it,
Yeah.
and I tell them I don't know. Like I tell them what I believe. Like I believe there's something out
That's
there.
the
I
best
just
answer you
couldn't-
could give them.
I couldn't
I
give
have
them
no
the
idea,
answer.
but this
Yeah.
is what I do know.
Yeah,
That's
this is
the
what I
best you
what
can
I
do.
couldn't picture. This is what I think.
Yeah.
But
And like
it's such a tough thing to like install into a kid because that never leaves.
Yeah.
It follows
No,
you like
it's
a
scary.
bullet.
Well, yeah, it's
And
gonna
then
be a lifestyle.
like you said, it installs fear, right? You can't be bad because then you're going to hell.
I need to be
Bro,
good. I
it's
need to be
just-
good for forever.
Yeah.
And if I fuck up, I'm going to one place where I'm going to stay there for the
Exactly,
rest and burn
and that's the thing that really like
and
bothers
suffer
me.
and get tortured for an
real.
eternity.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of things, like even for women sometimes they cannot even fall in love with a guy because they have to fall in love with that person that they have to marry, and then they can't even, I mean, obviously this sounds wrong, but they can't even have a mistake in having a kid. Like I said, it sounds wrong, but like sometimes that's a blessing for somebody, and now they're forced to marry that person, and that's what I mean. Religion goes so many ways. It just implements
Right.
fear in you.
Yeah, big
Obviously
time.
people are gonna react if like, no, you don't really understand. No, I really don't understand. But what I do understand is I don't think there's supposed to be something out there that drives or steers my life
Right.
Right.
in order for me to die and be happy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Right.
Like,
Your diet, your happiness comes within you and your
me
peace
living
within
my
yourself.
life.
Yeah.
In the moment or what I'm trying to do in my life. Not
That's exactly what I feel.
not write a fucking diary before I'm gonna die, or ask for forgiveness and then be like for sure trying to. And that's another thing too.
I was really sorry that one time.
Yeah,
Can you please forgive me
can you
before I
please
go?
forgive me before I die? Like, dude, I want to get in heaven, so
Yeah, seriously.
I'm asking for forgiveness.
Anything I could say to get
Yeah,
in there.
and exactly.
I feel like that
I
was
wanna join
created.
that
That was
party.
created by someone sick who wanted
Of
to hear
course.
some dirty ass
Of
stories
course.
right in the
And-
booth.
and
Like
that-
some pervert just back there, just tell me more.
Exactly, and then that
Talk dirty to
concept,
me.
that person has to listen to everybody's sins. Motherfucker, you have the biggest sin in the world.
Yeah, bro.
You have everybody's sins.
If you're a man, you woke up with a boner like the rest of us.
What do you do
Exactly.
with that information too?
It's a secret. He gives it to
Or
God.
they record it and they
Oh,
listen
yeah.
back to it later, like some sick fucks. I'm just saying.
Yeah, it's just
It's-
Beat off to it
it's
again.
there's a lot of things, and then you're not allowed to question it because if
yeah.
you question it, you're gonna go to hell.
No, I
Are
did.
you questioning God's plan?
Exactly.
Yeah, no, I remember one time in Sunday school, I was a little kid, right? And when they're teaching you God, they're saying that God is the creator of all and he's the winner of all. Like at the
Yeah.
end, there's going to be a big old war between the devil and God wins. So he's the winner. So I remember one time I was a kid, not knowing anything, right? So she said something about the devil. I said, oh, if I see the devil, I'm going to sock him in the face. And she looked at me and dead in the eye, more serious than ever. She's like, don't you ever say that. You don't know what the devil could do. Don't you ever say that. I'm like, and I was confused.
But
as
isn't
fuck.
that a good thing?
Yeah, I'm like, bro,
But
like you
it's-
just told me
We're gonna
God
beat the bad
wins.
guy,
Like I'm
yeah.
just gonna sock him
Exactly.
and God's gonna, yeah.
He's gonna have my
It's-
back.
It's I don't know. It's a crazy.
It's a crazy world.
Crazy world.
Sorry, everybody. We went through our little rants right there, but it's just, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
That's,
And
I'm
even
sorry.
if- dude, go on. Like, and even if you do a mistake here and there, and you try your whole life to make up for that one little mistake, and you're going to one place, right? Hell.
Yeah.
But he still loves you. He's still
Still
thinking
loves
about you, dude.
Right.
That's I
Are
kinda
you
stole
thinking
that
about me
for-
while I'm burning in hell forever?
Right? Yeah.
Huh?
You still love me, though, right?
Yeah.
You still love me? I'm sorry. But yeah, shifting it. Oh, I feel so bad for that. We're probably gonna get attacked, but fuck
No,
it. It is what it is.
It's sharing thoughts. It's opinions. No wrong with that.
Well, I don't care.
Just Mr. J.
Sorry, Mom.
So hey, bro, I've been wanting to tell you this. So, what do you think about the latest things in the DC world that's happening? We're gonna shift it into the little geeky nerd world.
Nice.
Yeah.
So, what do you think about this whole new Zack Snyder thing happening? They're remaking it, and I'm a big DC fan, as you know, and as you know, sometimes.
Dude, it's a good thing. Like, he's finally gonna release his vision. May or may not be good. May still be more or less the same thing that we saw in theaters. But if he's gonna get to put in Apocalypse and Darkseid and all that stuff, everything that he was planning, there's supposed to be a Green Lantern in there.
Yeah.
They're supposed to introduce a Robin, and the Robin that the Joker had killed in Batman versus
Yes,
Superman
sir.
wasn't the Jason Todd that we know. It was Dick Grayson.
Wait, it was Dick Grayson that died?
Dick Grayson died. The original.
Yeah, they had
original
just
Robin.
wait, no. Really? Is that what I read? I think that is.
That
what I
well,
read.
he's been dropping little
little hints, little Easter
and
eggs.
just a little behind the scenes, what was his original plan and all that stuff. And someone had asked him, so what Robin was
yes, I did read
it? There's
that.
a bunch of different Robins.
Yeah,
And they said it's the first one,
it's
Dick
the
Grayson.
first one, Dick Grayson.
Yeah. So yeah, it's cool that he's gonna get to do it. And fuck, I'd want to see the Green Lantern.
Oh yeah.
He's supposed to be in there. They're supposed to introduce a couple other things, but you know where it started? Suicide Squad.
Oh okay.
They were this was supposed to be the setup for Justice League, because the big boss fight at the end of that, it was supposed to be a parademon, And you know how Paradines were in the nightmare scene for
BVS.
That's how it was supposed to tie into the first Justice League, and then that was supposed to be at the end. It was gonna be like Infinity War, how Thanos wins, he won, and then the Avengers are gonna win in Endgame. It's gonna be like that, but the way that they were gonna win was kind of like the sacrifice that Iron Man did. Batman was gonna.
Batman was supposed to die. Superman was supposed to have a kid, and then that was supposed to be named after Bruce.
In Man of Steel, they wanted to set up Supergirl movie. There's a pod in I think the Fortress of Solitude.
Okay.
And it's open. That was supposed to be Supergirl.
Oh, okay. I gotta rewatch that. I need my movie.
And now I think what's happening with DC that could help them is this whole Flash thing.
I was about to go to that, bro.
And Legends of Tomorrow, those have high ratings. I don't know about Batwoman so much anymore. But what they did in Legends of Tomorrow, you know how Ezra Miller's Flash and then Barry Allen's Grant Gustin's Flash, they met up?
Yeah.
That's going to be a way that they could merge everything together.
Well, yeah, they're going to try to do the Flashpoint just to redo everything.
And that could, you could erase shit, or you could add stuff, you know?
That's what I love about
where
that.
a bunch of different Batmans, Ben Affleck's Batman could exist. Christian Bale's
They're
Batman could
in
exist.
the works with Michael Keaton.
Michael Keaton, that's fucking awesome. 30 years later, you get to be Batman.
Hell yeah, and that's exactly what we wanted. Sorry, bro, we're geeking out.
No, I'm good. I'm listening.
We're geeking out. But yeah, I can't wait for that. Michael Keaton coming back is gonna look so dope if they put Ben Affleck in there. There is a little bit of talk about Christian Bale, but obviously Christian Bale has said a long time ago.
He's done.
He's done.
And especially if Chris Nolan's not gonna do it. But this is their way that they could turn everything around and fucking be number one.
I'm just excited, bro. I'm really
They're
excited.
coming for Marvel, man.
Yeah.
They really are. Even though Marvel's killing it. You know.
Marvel, I mean, you can't take away anything from Marvel. Marvel
No,
did so much for 10 years. I mean, a little bit more, but I mean, I don't even think it's a competition anymore.
No.
I'm not trying to hate on Marvel I'm a big DC fan, but
Yeah.
leave Marvel alone with these people that are trying to say, not trying to talk shit to you right now, but leave Marvel alone. They already did what they did. DC's not in competition with them. Marvel did a great thing, and
They're not sweating.
No,
they're not sweating at
They're
all,
not,
dude.
They're getting ready to drop these shows on Disney Plus. Nah, DC just needs to redo it.
They should have held their own. We believe that our dark, gritty way and vision of how this universe should be introduced. They should have just held on to it.
Hell yeah, I really do believe in that little conspiracy that it was Josh's fault.
Josh Whedon?
Yeah, I really believe it was his fault to do everything.
He had to pick up whatever was given to him. Right now, the guy who plays Cyborg,
yeah, I see
just
the
recently
tweets.
came out, said he was abusive and unprofessional.
Also in that same tweet
that's
or
kind
talk,
of vague.
Yeah.
But then again, it was a shit show. Justice League was kind of a mess, you know. So who knows? Who knows how it is?
Yeah.
This Flashpoint.
Stix is like, huh? What?
I was just when you guys were talking about sports, I was like,
Yeah. I feel
I
you.
know. Let me ask about Kobe.
There you go.
That's all I know.
Sorry, bro.
No, you guys are good. I'm listening.
Yeah, I think this whole Flash thing could really turn it around for them.
Did you
Stick
see
to that.
Did you see the little Flashpoint paradox that they did in CW?
I didn't. No,
With the show The Flash, what is it? Arrow, Supergirl.
Well, I know they what was that? Crisis on Infinite.
Oh wait, yeah, I call the Flashpoint. Well, they did do the Flashpoint in the Flash show, but yeah, it was Crisis on
Crisis on
Infinite.
Infinite,
Did you
yeah.
see that?
I didn't see. I saw when they finally
Put them all together.
all together. I saw that little clip, but I didn't pay attention to any.
Me neither.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what they did was cool was that they put all those shows together.
Combined, right?
One episode was about that on one show and all the other ones. But yeah.
It's dope, man. It's coming along.
Mm-hmm.
What should have been here already is Black Widow, man. I was looking forward to that one.
This pandemic, man, is hurting us all.
Dude, this is supposed to be a year of really good movies. Christopher Nolan's new movie, Tenet, that weird time traveling
Oh,
thriller movie.
I think I do remember.
Did you see that?
They were gonna bring it up.
Oh, dude, looks crazy. It's supposed to be like a espionage thriller, but with time travel. It's like they go to a crime scene, but they realize it hasn't happened yet. So it kind of reverses time back, and then they play out the crime scene, and they're able to kind of stop it, maybe save the day.
Kinda
It's
gives me-
really weird. It's really confusing.
Gives me a feel of that Minority Report with Tom Cruise.
I never finished that one.
Like,
Never finished that.
yeah, it's like that movie was. I think it was like an early 2000s movie or something like that. It took place where they got a machine where they can see in the future of who's gonna do a crime, so they arrest you before you do the crime.
Oh wow.
Oh shit.
That's
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
That's wild. King Kong versus Godzilla was supposed to come out.
Have you seen
That
those
would've
movies?
been Which
The
one?
King Kong movies?
I
The
seen
Godzilla?
one of the King Kong one.
Like years ago?
Yeah, 2008.
With Jack Black?
2009 probably.
Yeah, Peter Jackson. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was legit too. But Skull Island,
Skull Island Kong?
That's when they're like trying to combine with the latest Godzilla movies that came out.
Gotcha.
Have you seen the Godzilla movies?
I seen the old ass ones when I was a kid. Used to watch them all the time.
Oh,
the
yeah.
little,
The newest ones.
not the newest. Again, I seen the remake when they. It was like early 2000s, I think.
Oh, the guy that I think I know that one.
With Ferris Bueller?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. People call it the chicken leg zombie. I mean,
Oh,
Godzilla. 'Cause
yeah.
It's like a chicken bone leg.
Yeah, I seen that one.
These new ones are awesome. It's just the first
visual.
one has a little bit too much human contact. You want to see Godzilla kick ass. Like, it's called Godzilla.
Fighting the other
Give us
monsters.
Godzilla.
Yeah, the older Godzillas.
Yeah.
They used to always fight against somebody else,
yeah,
and the
for
people
sure.
were just there just to be there, basically.
The
But it
latest one, King of All Monsters,
He
that one
fights-
was legit. That
Yeah.
one
Fights
was
a lot of
really good.
monsters, yeah.
That one's awesome.
Damn, all that stopped.
Yeah,
Shout out to
everything,
Logan.
man.
All that.
We're supposed to get a lot of new movies this year.
A lot of new stuff. But yeah, we're not going to get it no more because
Damn
we wanted a
shit, man.
party.
Yeah.
Go to
That's
Vegas.
what we get. Go
I
to
don't wanna
Vegas,
work.
go to the beach, go to the bars.
I'd
Yeah.
go to the bar too.
I know. Did you go to the bars when they opened? I'm pretty
I
sure.
went to two.
I didn't get to go to the bars.
Yeah, but I mean, it was cool. Didn't really get shit faced there or anything like that.
Nah.
Didn't say
That's what I wanted to ask. Like, how was the feeling at the bars? Like when you went, was it like, did it feel normal again, or was it like kind of weird?
very weird. But as soon as as soon as you have your beer in your hand, start drinking, then you get a little comfortable and you start talking about whatever it is.
The warm up.
You feel a little bit normal. It's just
Different.
seeing all the masks, like everyone that's working, all the employees with masks, and some had like face guards and stuff like that. That's
Buildings with the glass
yeah,
everywhere.
that's a trip, but it's as normal as it could be for these times, you know.
Vegas, when we went to a taco shop, they had the table, literally the table that you sit on, there was glass between it. Like,
What?
yeah, glass here, glass there. It's like a bank.
Oh,
Like your own
really?
cubicle?
Yeah, basically.
Damn.
You sit in your little section, I'll sit here. Like, if this is the table, there's a glass right between us.
Down for that.
Yeah,
Sneeze on the glass.
yeah.
It's for you.
That place was packed.
Where did you go? Tacos El Gordo?
Probably. It's from Mexico. The business started in Mexico, and they took it out there to Vegas.
Does like the restaurant look like they have yellow letters?
I don't remember.
Yeah, I'm sorry, bro. I
It's
know.
all a
I'm
blur.
asking about. That's like the most disrespectful thing to tell somebody when they go to Vegas. Like, do you remember that, bro? It's called Vegas.
Vegas, dude. I don't remember shit.
Huh.
Yeah, man. That was dope, though. What about
I've never been.
I'm hearing a lot about that story with that one girl, the
Vanessa.
Army girl.
Vanessa Gillen, I think.
yeah.
Yeah, that's. It grinds my gears.
What's the story behind it?
So this girl went missing in her base. I think it's called Fort Hood. Yeah, I think so. She went missing April 22nd, man. And basically what happened was that she was pretty much sexually assaulted by her superior officer, from what it's claimed on the reports. She was sexually assaulted by her superior officer.
She's in the army, or
She's in the army.
oh, okay.
She was in the army. She was in the army base, obviously, and she was taking a shower, and the person just walked in and just sat there and just be like, "What's it?" Started watching her. Very,
wow.
very uncomfortable.
Yikes.
She did not know who to report it to. She reported it to family, friends, and certain soldier mates that were there on the base. But they eventually told her, like, speak up, man. Go report it to the army. I mean, obviously, when something like that happens in your job or anything like that, it's kind of hard because you don't want to get dispatched or get let go or whatever. So
Retaliation.
retaliation, especially like in the army,
That's,
bro.
yeah.
So unfortunately, she did start reporting. I don't know if she did report it or she didn't. But once they got the whiff of it, like she was in a report, she went missing, man.
Damn.
October 22nd. I mean, it's July 1st now, so
Damn.
right?
They said they
Ju-
found her remains. So did they find her like?
Well,
They don't know if it's They haven't identified
Yeah,
her that it's her.
they
remains,
haven't
right?
identified it, but I mean,
But they found parts of her before
no.
Or
They
just
just
her?
they just
Nothing.
they just
Okay.
recently found. I think this week, they found
today. I seen that today, right? That they found.
No, actually today what happened was so the report was that the person whoever reported that she was there, he was gonna get investigated, and they eventually had enough evidence that maybe he was the person who killed her. So the police and U.S. Marshals went after him, and he fled the base, and they followed him, and he eventually killed himself. From what the report says.
Shit, really?
From what the report says, he killed
Wow.
himself. He shot himself, obviously, to not give out
Dude.
information. And yeah, they
That,
could.
if he was, how are you gonna get justice from that?
Yeah, exactly.
And there's 2 other people that are in custody right now that are kind of tied into this investigation. But it's just really sad because, I mean, obviously there's a lot of reports out there, and this base has a history of not that only sexual assault happening, but there's been others. Also, I think what I've read is that that base is also, I guess, it's known for human trafficking.
Oh,
It's
wow.
really weird, bro. That it's an army military things. But yeah, I was reading this stuff earlier on today and yesterday because obviously these reports are coming in day by day.
Right,
She was
right.
20.
She was 19 or 20 years old. Yeah, man.
God,
This
she's
is
a
sad.
baby.
Yeah, they're gonna move forward with a congressional. I think what I read was a congressional investigation. Even saying the word is like, damn, what the hell does that mean? But I guess it's gonna be held by superior courts and somebody more higher ranked in the state or in the Senate to prosecute this
Well, that's
case.
a good thing for awareness, like all this talk and all,
Yeah, awareness
all these
for sure.
reports. You know,
I
like,
mean, it's just they're just
'Cause if
scratching
the
the
guy
surface,
the
bro.
If the guy killed himself, that's
Yeah, I mean, I believe they're just scratching the surface because what the messed up part of this is that the family still does not have answers
Yeah.
from the military.
Yeah.
They're finding out this information by the media. So that's sad, bro. Like it's
Very.
really sad. I mean, it's our U.S. Army, the people that we are supposedly protected from and everything, but yet
they're covering something up.
they're
right?
covering something up. Like
Yeah.
the general doesn't want to give information. Nobody wants to give information out, and that's messed up.
Yeah.
The family just wants peace. They want justice, and they can't even get this.
Yeah.
You know, so it's kind of messed up, and that's one thing that I hate from our country. Like we have so many secrets.
Yeah, and the thought of retaliation every time, like if you have information, and just the thought of retaliation is always your concern. It's huge here. Like even, and it's not to compare. It's not even close. But I'm just saying, even in your jobs, if something's going on, your boss is doing something or acting a certain way, you're afraid to speak up.
Because you don't want to get fired.
Yeah,
You know,
there's
it's
the thought of
sad.
retaliation. This
Question
young
and
girl
shit,
got
yeah.
fucking murdered.
Dude, she
And who
got-
knows
knows?
what
Who
else?
Who knows what else?
Yeah.
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 And it's honestly
Or how many
fucked
more
up, man.
others?
We
You
got-
know.
Yeah, and there is others. I mean, like what I was reading, there is reports like this base is known for like shady stuff, and it's messed up.
Yeah.
What I read into is the fact that what the general said. I guess when I don't know if it was a lawyer or the news or the family went in there to like talk to them and ask them like, don't you guys know who people check in here? Don't you guys have people for that?
Yeah, like a log, right? No.
No, he said, we don't know. Some people just don't check in.
What kind of
As
answer
your
is that?
military,
What
this is our
answer is that,
military.
dude?
What do you mean people don't check into your base? Like, yeah, how the hell do you run this base?
That's sad and scary. at
yeah,
the same
and
time.
that's our army. But I mean, obviously, I don't know. I do not know how these things are run. But it's just that's already fishy and weird at the same
You would
time.
think they have something like that under control. Like,
Exactly.
here you go, here you go.
Exactly.
It's everywhere. There's all kinds of like if you think about just a day in life in being a woman, and just what you go through as a woman, just a sexual harassment, whether it be from your boss or colleagues, and,
Scary world, man.
like just imagine every woman just every time just
No, and
said every time they were harassed.
I'm
like,
pretty
oh my
sure-
God, the
Dude.
reports would be.
yeah, a woman's life is not easy. Obviously, like a guy's life
No.
is not easy. Like we go through so much stress, or like obviously, once we walk out the door, we're already targeted by either gangsters or cops, somebody just trying to like bully you. And in women, it's like a totally different story. Like they're getting sexually harassed.
Yeah.
They cannot do anything.
Or like in other countries, even like it's to wearing the certain clothes, to speaking up for themselves.
totally.
I think Iraq that was barely letting their women drive.
Really?
Oh.
Yeah.
That's a new thing.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. I don't know.
It's harsh, and I mean, I think we as a nation, we as people should do something more about it. Like,
And it starts with the upper ups too. Because I was watching that Joe Epstein. That was super sad, bro. I started watching that documentary. It made me feel so fucking ugly. I was like, man, I can't watch this shit.
Yeah, well, that's why I told you, like in the beginning, like it's a whole other world when you start getting into this conspiracy, weird, whatever the hell people think about this. It's a whole nother world, and you can't watch it.
You can't give man power for sure. You just can't give them power because
the web of everyone that's connected to this.
It's crazy.
It's crazy how far and wide it goes. You know.
Yeah.
And surprising who's behind it. You know.
And that's just the scene with not including like the black web and everything else. What's going on behind there? I heard the guy who created the black web got like forever in jail.
Really?
Yeah, I guess he created. I don't know how they. I heard a story something about how they caught him where he was. I guess if he closed his laptop, he was able to delete the systems. So they set it up in a way where they had the officials had like a fight behind him or something like that. The fight started, he turned around,
and they got
the laptop, and they kept it on the whole time during the court and everything. Yeah, it's wild, man. I mean, power is such a fucking freaky thing, man. Old people are fucking weird sometimes.
Dude.
It's just our mind is just crazy. It is like
control, man.
Literally,
exactly.
like we look like
Fear
animals.
control. We are.
We look just like
we're
animals.
guinea pigs, man, and it's sad. Like what the world is out there, and it's scary. But I mean, we have to live our lives. I mean, we don't have time to look at stuff like that. We don't want to believe into it because we have bills, we have our family, we just want to live life, bro. But at the same time, how can we bat an eye at this? Like, for this thing that's happening right now, like I said, going back to Vanessa, like, this is our military that is doing this. Like, and
it's hardly getting coverage. I mean, people are sharing it, but it's not getting as much noise as something else.
As the coronavirus, and I don't want to disrespect, as the
Yeah.
Black Lives Matter thing, like the movement and everything.
Yeah.
Like, this is something that needs to be out there. And there's a lot more other cases, I believe. I know that. But
fuck yeah.
we got to shed these things to light. Stop covering them. Stop saying that's not important. Like, dude, this is life. And just watching that interview or the news, just listening to the sister, the mom wasn't even today present for the press conference because I mean, obviously, come on, she can't be there, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, so the sisters were there, and it's just it was very uncomfortable to watch them speak, and just like them saying, we got no information from the army. They're not giving us anything. My sister was a military soldier for you guys, and I cannot get any information.
And we don't have.
And even
mom.
worse if the guy's dead. It's even worse.
Yeah,
like how much information are they gonna
No,
get?
I mean,
they said you said there was 2 other people.
There were. I mean, obviously, there's three people tied to this, and one of them died. But it doesn't stop there, bro. Just like you said, the web of everybody being connected.
Connected to it.
How the hell do you not? And this guy's a superior officer, which means he's a higher rank. You're meaning to tell me that other people in there did not know what the hell is going on? If this is already a history, there's a track.
Yeah.
There's a lot of information.
You would think that shit's even locked.
Yeah, it's not, bro. It's just it happens everywhere. Sorry to say this, if I find out that you're doing this and I need you in my squad or whatever my job, I'm gonna try to cover it up.
Yeah. Well.
And the moment I start covering it up, it's
Well,
wait.
Well,
Hey,
maybe not.
finish your thought.
yeah. No, but what I'm
See if
trying
I
to
can
say,
agree with you
no,
with that.
but what I'm trying to say, like in that state of mind, like for instance, look, we're the United States. Obviously, we have to make sure a lot of this information doesn't come out because why? We're gonna get laughed at by other countries, and something else is gonna happen. Like just thinking about the greater thought, and even though this is already bad thinking about it, we have to do something to cover it up so other countries or other enemies cannot come in here and just start doing something. Because they're going to be like, dude, your military is a joke. You guys can't even take care of each other. Look at what's happening. You guys are killing each other in there. We can just move in and do anything we want. Like, basically. You guys are not ready. You guys have your own problems to deal with.
That's why part of me feels like they put the warrant out for Trump.
Oh, yeah. We were talking about that the other day.
I feel like they did that just to see if the people are going to kind of press that issue a little bit. I don't know. I think other countries are kind of seeing what's going on with us. Our media is so fucking...
They're kind of laughing. I mean,
man.
I bet you they're dying of that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So look who's
It's a different
fucking
time,
leading
man.
us.
Enough about that.
Shake it off.
Yeah, shake it off. But, I mean, it is what it is. I mean,
But as you said, awareness, even like it's little, it's like a fraction of things, but it does help. Like, because now people are starting to talk about it.
Exactly.
That's what we need.
Yeah. The hardest part is like it's so much. knowing the moves to bring awareness. Because one thing is sharing on like Instagram and everything. Is another one is like actually doing action behind it and signing petitions and all that. Like that's one of the hardest parts.
And that's what I mean about life gets in the way for people, and that's where people are gonna be like, I'm sorry, I can't.
Yeah,
I
just
gotta
not right
take
now.
care of my
Can't do it
family. I
right
gotta
now,
pay the
yeah.
bills. And then the people that do know about it, they're gonna be like, you know what? Hell no. People die for that.
Yeah.
People die for that. Like I'm straight.
Yeah.
Like my girl showed me something the other day about something about vegan stuff, how meat is created, and how I'm trying to see how it really happened before I give out the wrong information. But it was something about it was something about vegans are there's certain people that are protecting our forests or our certain land because of certain habitats,
Right.
and they're removing these habitats because they want to build farms there. But you know what you're doing when you move habitats, you're kind of messing up the cycle of
ecosystem.
life,
Yeah,
the ecosystem.
yeah.
Yeah. So this is happening just to make a farm for your cows, for our pigs, for meat, basically. Right? And
More
I know,
money.
yeah. And I'm gonna sound like I'm a vegan or an activist or something like that. I love meat, and that's kind of fucked up to say because what I'm gonna talk about, I'm gonna contradict myself. So they remove these areas in order to build these businesses so we can have meat. And then there's these activists, they want to stop this, and they're trying and they're actually doing something about it. But yet the government still comes in here, or these people with money, people with money
No.
that are trying to get these businesses, they kill these activists
Oh wow.
just to make sure these businesses are going. So she showed me a little piece, a little article, because she's doing like a little paper for school, and one of them was about that. Like, there's this lady that was like 80-something years old that she was an activist on protecting these lands
Wow.
because these lands are habitat to wolves, to certain bees, to, like I said, the ecosystem, and she's been doing that for years. They found her body shot. Boom! They just popped her in the head.
Just because she was onto something.
Well, yeah, she was winning on the fact that they're not gonna move in here, so they needed somebody. They needed to take out the main person, and they took her out. And these businesses are gonna start building there
Sinister shit these
Yeah.
corporations do, man.
just to get
Just
your,
to keep that dollar coming in.
yeah,
Man.
Yeah,
just
man.
to make sure we get our juicy burgers. And this is the part that I'm gonna sound like I'm contradicting myself.
Damn
So-
good burger.
I love a
Bacon.
fucking good
Damn
burger,
good
bro.
burgers, dude.
Yeah, but I mean,
Fat burger.
there's ways to do this, but yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
No matter how much these corporations could piss us off, they're still gonna get our product.
Yeah.
We're
still gonna-
That's
Yeah.
best. So that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna sit here. I'm gonna contradict
Uber
myself.
Eats.
Uber Eats everywhere.
You know that Big Mac tastes delicious, and that In-N-Out burger tastes bomb. Still gonna eat that.
Welcome to
Love it.
Good Burger.
Oh, man.
Yeah, man.
Yes, sir. So what else, man? What's like the latest and greatest with like what are like future things that you have going on? Like
I really miss filming a lot, so
Mm-hmm.
slowly trying to build my camera up.
all right.
2 years ago, it was stolen. Went to work one day. My
You said stolen?
Yeah,
Yeah.
my camera got stolen.
Aw, fucking dicks.
I think it's- yeah, so I was running late to work. So I was in a rush. The night before, I had gone shooting out at a bar and walking around, taking pictures. So I had left it in my car, and I forgot. And my car window it was broken. The backseat window was broken, so it was open. You know, I'm in a rush to get to work. I want to be on time. I grab all my work stuff, go in, clock in, go throughout the day, and then go home. And then this is when we were in a band.
Yeah.
Order 66. We were going to have band practice.
Uh-huh.
And our homie, Michael Swizzo, came along. Shout out, buddy.
Love you, brother.
He came along, and, we're getting in my car, and I was thinking, like, I'm going to bring the camera, so, either we could film ourselves or just take little promo pictures, like, for our next upcoming show. And so I'm looking for my camera. I'm like, where the fuck did I check my room again? Check his room. Maybe I put it somewhere. And then I remembered, oh, dude, you left it in your car. Someone reached in that window, grabbed it, pieced out. And
Jesus.
it was awesome, dude. I had a perfect zoom lens,
Uh-huh.
able to get like a wide shot all the way up to a close-up, dude, quick like that. And
Yeah.
loved it. I had my own I had a light for it. I had a microphone for it. All of that was on it. I left everything on it. Like that, man.
Your baby was gone.
It was gone, dude, and it broke me. It broke me for 2 years. Like, I mean, I have a camera now. I'm slowly starting to get into it, but man, I was like depressed.
Step
dude.
back.
Yeah.
That was what I wanted, and like I was
We're dicks.
doing so well. You know, every now and then I'd film a music video, but I'd always go shooting. Well, you know, I had a camera all the time,
no,
dude.
no trouble,
At all the
yeah.
shows that we went to, man,
Yeah.
played. I'd always film ourselves or film other people, and never really charged because I didn't think I was professional enough. I'm still an amateur. I wanted to help people. I knew a thing or two because I went to film school. So I just wanted to, you know, build myself up while building everyone else up. But
Beautiful.
fucking, you got stolen.
Bastard.
Took me a while, like, to get out of my little funk, out of my little depression. But now that I have a camera, I'm slowly starting to pick it up again.
No.
Walking around and taking pictures. Can't really now anymore because everything's closed, and now we have to go back to isolation. But that's something I'm looking forward to. Some filmmaking, the growth of our band influence.
Hell yeah.
What got you into drumming? When did you start doing drums?
Oh, dude. When I first heard the band Metallica, I was about 5, 6. And I think like the hardest band at that time was like 311 for me or something like that.
K-Rock.
Yeah, dude, a bunch of K-Rock shit.
With eyes wide open.
Dude, man. Oh, yeah, dude.
What?
Banger.
Oh yeah.
Look at you.
Oh yeah, I'm a rock star, baby.
Banger, dude.
On the inside. Look at him.
But like, so by the time I listened to something fast at a young age, I'm like, you can make music like this?
Uh-huh.
Like, you can actually sit down with a bunch of people or your band and write this type of fast, melodic, insane type of music, and people like it. You know?
And it has a
This
crazy
is
message
crazy,
to
you know?
it.
Yeah, exactly, you know? So that was fascinating to me. And then I was just always just in complete awe of how fast a drummer could go, how slowly they could play, how heavy it could be, and just different patterns and the dexterity that they use when writing a song. Well, it's fascinating, dude.
Yeah.
Fascinating, and I wanted to learn. I never took any music lessons.
Oh shit! You just learn by ear?
Learn by ear. Anytime I listened to something new, it was always like, wow, how do I learn how to play this song? Because this is a banger. I want to learn how to play it, and it'll help me get faster, or build up my power, my core, whatever. I would always listen to by ear, obviously, dumbass. But I would just only try to pay attention to the drums, and I always knew you're always hitting 3 things at once. And once you got down like a basic 1, 2, 1, 2 pattern, dude, you could fucking just have fun with it and fly.
Yeah.
And that slowly took me some time, but it was always like I would always just study a song on repeat and play it over and over again. But I never had a drum set. I'd always like air drum.
Yeah.
You know the way people like air guitar.
Yeah.
Pretend they had a microphone like
Yeah.
that. That's how I got started. So by the time like I was 13 and there's a set in front of me, I was able to already just start
Just
going.
off of just because you were.
Just because I remembered how it goes.
Oh, wow.
So you push play, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then you start going, and it was just natural.
Damn.
I probably should have like did some music lessons, or while I was in high school, took like a drum marching band or whatever, those type of classes, but I never did.
I actually thought you did something like that in high
Yeah.
school, because I remember like when we barely started kicking it, you were still in high school,
Yeah.
and I could have sworn I thought you were like in band or something.
No, I mean, they make you. No, they don't make you, but you could sign up for like band class, but it was never like for drums or guitar.
okay.
It was always like wind or brass type of instruments. Violin or the trombone or something like that. So those are pretty cool
But that
instruments,
wasn't-
but
that
that
wasn't
wasn't what I wanted a big ass drum set. I wanted to play as fast as I could.
Yeah.
And that never interests me. But I knew, like, well, I have a drum set at home, and I know what I want to play. I'll just listen to different bands, faster bands, slower bands, heavier bands, try to mix it all together, and that's going to be my style. So Metallica, was definitely one of the first bands that helped me know and realize that I want to play something fast. I like fast music. That's what I want to play. Slipknot.
All right.
Now that was something different. Then I was like, whoa. Not only could you incorporate all these sounds, because they have a synthesizer, they have a DJ, dude, they have percussionists. You could add all of that. You could do, that's when I kind of learned, like, oh, you don't have to, like, stick to, like, only 2 guitars, 1 bass player, a singer, and a drummer. You could put whatever the fuck you want in there.
That band is just amazing how many members they have.
Yeah, you could go scary, you could go very melodic, you could go very fast. Homeboy raps in the first album, dude. He could spit, man. So there's really no boundaries.
Yeah.
People, if you're doing a specific genre, you only have to stay to that type of style of playing music. But these guys, Slipknot just plays everything and anything, and they make it work, and that's their sound. And as a kid, I thought that was fascinating. And that helped me. Well, maybe I don't have to stick to like a traditional drum beat.
Yeah.
I could have fun and do whatever the hell I want. So that was very eye-opening to me. And then started hanging out with you guys more growing up, and then you guys were never sticking to like one band.
Nah.
You guys are always playing something new, and I love that about you guys. And that's what helped me too. Like, oh wow, I don't have to stick to one type of style of playing. I can incorporate all this stuff and make it my own.
Yeah.
And that's always been a fun thing whenever I play drums.
Music's wild.
Everything and anything could be done.
Those are your influences growing up, like Metallica and
Metallica, Slipknot, Parkway Drive, Pantera, Motorhead, Slayer, dude, Killswitch Engage. I mean, I can name. We can keep going. We could just like go through our whole whatever's in our music app.
Yeah, for me, I didn't grow up around a lot of rock for the most part, but I mean, I know some songs, but not like into detail and bands and everything else. But yeah, music is something else, man. It's one of the most universal languages. You don't even have to understand the words, but if you feel it, you feel it.
Oh, absolutely.
It can control emotions.
It doesn't matter. Yeah, like genre really doesn't matter. It's just what you take away from it.
Yeah,
how it makes you feel.
That's one thing I hate about music is like it's I don't know, like especially with rap.
Right.
Like if you rap, then you're considered a rapper, and it has to be this way, and that means your lifestyle has to be this way, and everything else. When it should be just what catches the ear, what sounds good, what sounds great.
This is what I like, and this is how I'm going to present myself.
That's what, like for me, I stopped. Like with music, it's just like it just feels like you're putting on a persona more than anything else with rap. You're not just making music that you just enjoy, and
it comes with an image, right?
Yeah, exactly. And I wasn't so much a fan of that at all. I'm not too sure if rock is the same or.
Well, I mean,
sometimes
take a look at me. You could probably say, that guy probably listens to a lot of rap or heavy metal, you know.
Yeah,
but I mean, I accept it. If that's who I am, that's who I am.
But,
and that's what I love.
You like a couple of rap people, like a couple of hip hops.
The new one, Joyner Lucas.
Yes,
sir.
Dude, dope. You guys throw on a lot of J. Cole. He's fantastic. Eminem, we all grew up with him, I guess.
Yeah.
Some, not all. Not a lot, actually.
No, I know it's not a lot, but just the fact that you actually have a little curiosity of it.
That's what matters.
Yeah. I mean, you even said it too. Like Corey Taylor, for you, it reminds you of like that dude. That guy is rapping at the same time.
Right.
Yeah. So it's pretty crazy. That first album was amazing.
And you growing up, you kind of don't mix that stuff. Like keep my rap out of my heavy metal. Keep my heavy metal out of my rap. Keep my positive outlook on my on my bad outlook or something like that.
I was a huge fan of Linkin Park because of the rap and
dude,
the mix up in there was so fucking I was a huge
the way it
fan.
clashes all together.
Yeah, I was a huge fan of Linkin Park. I talked to that guy Mike the rapper dude.
Mike Shinoda.
Yeah, he showed up at my store one time. He sold
That's dope.
soles for shoes.
Oh, yeah.
I was starstruck. I was like,
Dude,
No, we don't, man.
you're my hero.
And he walked away, and I cried.
They were my first concert. By the
Oh,
way.
really?
Linkin
It was a
Park.
Oh, they
festival.
throw on a concert
I never got
too.
to
They
see
go
them.
crazy.
They were my
I didn't
first-
see them.
One of the first bands I've seen.
Yeah, I didn't see a real live, but I seen the whole Texas gig that they had.
Oh, yeah. Dope, huh?
I have
Oh
that
my
DVD. That's one of their
God.
best live DVDs
Yeah,
ever.
dude.
Oh
man.
my god, that shit was
Live in Texas is like it's one of the most phenomenal.
It was a K-Rock weenie roast.
Yeah.
It was Deftones, Mudvayne, Linkin Park, Limp Bizkit, Metallica headlining.
It was like one of the best things ever, like back in the early
It
2000s.
was amazing.
and the
Bro.
whole crowd.
Dude,
It was new
lit.
metal.
The LA Coliseum, that's where it was at, dude.
The energy
Fantastic. It was
was-
amazing, dude. All these
Yeah.
people coming together for this, like, this is
Yeah.
my religion.
That's
Yeah,
it. That's the
there it
closest.
is. My religion, my cult.
That's the closest I got to rock was.
But hey, believe it or not, that's
Hey,
one
man.
of the biggest bands out there. And sad to say now, Chester Bennington, R.I.P. and everything.
Peace,
But,
man. Yeah,
but
that one
that's it's yeah. Oh, so that was something big on the rock
Oh,
side.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Hell yeah, bro! It was very big.
a
Obviously,
lot of people on the rock side.
hmm
you know?
We grew up with that. We grew up with him, and then his good friend also passed away a month later after that. So it was very devastating. But for you listening to Linkin Park and you just having that vibe
Yeah.
and just understanding what it is
And the lyrics hit harder now that he's gone, you know?
oh
That's
man, you
very-
can't
This is what he was, like,
exactly.
thinking,
Basically
talking
leading to-
about,
yeah.
maybe?
Yeah.
Maybe that's not exactly what he was thinking, but now that you hear it in a new light, you know, it's like, whoa, this kind of takes on a different meaning.
Yeah.
you know?
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, big time.
But,
With your new band, how did you get into that one?
Influence?
The one you're doing. Not
well,
new band, but
Well,
The latest.
the latest. So we were in a band, right? Order 66, and as that was starting to die down, Influence was still doing their thing, and the drummer at the time was focusing on another band. So if they had a show and the guy couldn't play that show because he was committed to this other band, they'd ask me to fill in because sometimes they would practice at my house. And just hearing the songs over and over again, I learned like one or two. And every now and then, they'd say, hey, I know how to play that song. You guys want to warm up? Or could I play along for this one? They'd ask me like, hey, well, do you want to fill in for these shows when this guy is not here? And like, absolutely. Beautiful. So for a while, I was just like filling in, and then just one day, just transferred in. And it's going on like 3 years now, I'd say.
damn.
3 years, yeah. It's fun, man. These guys, it's a little bit of everything. You've met Randy, so you know what type of character
Yeah.
he is.
Guy's crazy. Randy 6'9". It's crazy.
Oh, man.
Something else, man. And then there's the talented Jacob. He's his own flavor of craziness. And
Jacob is.
Oh, he's the guitarist.
He's the
I'm sorry.
guitarist
of the
He's the
band.
guitarist. Good friend of ours. And then we got our bass player, Victor, or as we know him, Koala.
Koala.
And he's his own little flavor too, man. And combining such different, like, I'm kind of more of a relaxed guy,
Yeah.
pretty chill. Jacob and Randy are
The
a little
more-
bit
yeah.
out there,
On the wild side.
wild side. You know, they kind of wake us up a bit.
Koala's like the middle guy.
Yeah,
He's the more like what you're saying right
he's
there.
real mellow
And
too.
Koala again. Is he?
Victor, he's the bassist.
He's
the
the
bassist,
bassist,
okay.
yeah. So combining all that together, a little bit of chill, a little bit of crazy, a little bit of loud, a little bit of calm, combined it together, that's a pretty good influence right there.
Yeah.
Oh, I like what you did
Pun
right there.
intended.
I like what you did right there.
So right now it's fucking fun, man.
That's dope.
It's absolutely fun.
Can't wait to
Those
hear.
guys are the
Can't wait
best.
to hear your last song, your latest single, man.
Oh, dude,
Finalizing
we're
this,
just
put it
waiting
out
for
there.
that to get mastered, man.
Get out there already,
It's
man.
sent, dude. It's
So
sent.
so when you record, is it like the drummer doing it first, and are you guys going out to the studio at the same time, or are you guys going
No,
at separate
it's
times?
separately, but you know, Jacob came with me when I was doing the drum tracks.
Okay.
When I was recording my parts, and what he had done was he recorded the riff at the tempo that I'm supposed to play at, and that's what I was listening to while I was recording. So technically, how we did it,
Didn't start with the drums.
no,
Okay.
we laid down the guitar riff, the whole song, and then I was in there, and then I played the song. From there, we went back to mastering Jacob's guitar track, and then we used Koala's bass, tracked his, and then Randy was the last one. So now now we're just waiting for it all to sound crisp and mastered, and fucking finally get it out there, man.
Hell yeah.
That's what we're really waiting. Excited for. This was supposed to be the year we were gonna release it too, man. But everything slowly shutting down. People couldn't work on music.
Yeah.
Can't blame anyone, you know.
Yeah, no, that's
Shit
the one.
happens,
That's the
yeah.
one thing with groups for sure. When it comes to music, is the hardest thing is the timing with everybody and getting it together.
We all have different schedules. I mean,
Oh yeah.
One's a manager. The Jacob and Randy, they worked in the food industry, and then I have a day shift at UPS. So all of our shit was really hard.
All over the place. Yeah.
But
So
the crazy
there's
thing
that,
is that
you
you
know.
guys have time to get your stuff done.
Oh yeah,
And create
now
the beautiful music
absolutely.
that is done.
It's something about the rush of recording too.
It's fun.
Like,
And when you
for
play
vocals,
it back,
at least, like I'm not too sure about the drumming, but like for vocals, it's like this rush right before you're about to lay the vocals on it. The rest of the beat's made, and you're just gonna lay vocals on it. It's just the rush of it before. I love the whole recording of music. I love the process of it, the making of it, the writing the songs out.
the end product when you finally hear everything back,
Oh
like
my
You
god,
just can't believe it.
That is
I
like
did that.
yeah.
I did that right now. Like
Oh yeah.
it's inspiring, and it's the
Like, I
feeling.
get
It's
this.
the feeling, like it's that rush feeling that you get, makes you crave it and chase it.
Yeah. Fuck yeah. I loved it.
beautiful.
With rap, I would probably listen to this song like 50 million times, find every little thing that we did wrong,
Yeah.
want to do it again, but
Yeah.
there's
It's
never
your baby,
ever.
man. You want to make sure when it goes out there, it's as perfect as possible.
Yeah.
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 That's dope, man. That's really nice. We're really looking forward to that, man. J-Man,
Thank
you and the
you,
whole
dude.
band influence.
We're excited to release it, man.
Oh, yeah.
Once it's ready.
We'll have these guys soon in the
Yeah,
podcast.
that'll be
so,
fun.
like, yeah, so like you guys, so we can actually hopefully we'll get it when you guys release it. That'd be pretty dope.
That'd be great.
I'll talk
That'd
to
be
Randy
great,
and
yeah.
you
You guys don't have a time and date for it?
No, well, right now it's on the editor's time and watch. We paid him, so
Yeah.
Better get it done.
What if there's one song that you guys made that you would love for people to listen to, what's the? I mean, all of them obviously. You
yeah,
want them to
it's what we
be your favorite.
it's the one that we've been promoting and playing the most, called Change. That's one we can't wait because it's supposed to be like it's just supposed to be a new sound for us,
Gotcha.
and the way to introduce it to everyone is just very exciting. Not that it's anything different from any other bands that release their stuff.
But it's different
It's just
for you guys.
just for us, just because of the message that we want to show for the song. You know, change could be a lot of things, and that's the underlying theme of the whole song. Change mentally, change evolutionary, change in change for the world. You know,
Yeah, hell yeah.
that's the main.
That's what we need.
Yeah.
Positive vibes.
Because what else do you want to hear?
We have a lot of.
We've already wrote a
negativity
song about how much money I have, how big that girl's ass is, and
Oh yeah.
Nothing
That shit's
happens.
everywhere.
how much I worship the devil.
But yeah. So, I don't know. What else? Do you think that's gonna be it already for this?
I would say so. We're about a minute 42 into this.
All right. Well, anything else you want to say to the peoples or to yourself?
Anything you want to plug in?
Let's see
Anything you want to
here.
throw in there? Plug in.
I'll just throw in my Instagram.
There you go.
Because, yeah, might as well. It's Johnny Be Good. That's Johnny JONNY_B_good.
All right.
Every now and then I'll throw. That's my photography page. So
Okay.
that's what I put. Every now and then I'll do a drum track, but I only put that on my stories, or drum songs. Put that on my stories. Follow our band, Influence 323. Question everything.
There you go.
There you go.
Where could they find your music at?
It's all YouTube, SoundCloud, Influence 323. Everything's
Everything?
out there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, there it
Across
is.
the board.
Perfect.
The truth is out there, as they say in the X-Files.
Oh,
There you go.
Believe in the stars.
all
Now,
right.
believe whatever the fuck you want. Just try to be good to one another. That's all we got, man.
All right. Fuck
Our
faces.
time is limited on this place.
Make the fucking best of it.
Huh. So, I mean, that's it for us.
All right, fuck faces.
It's been fun. Fuck
Been
faces.
fun.
Hell yeah. Thank you once again, J-Man.
Thank you for having me, guys.
Nah, thank you for coming and opening up your important day. Like we said, we'll have you and your band here later Fuck you
Dude,
out there.
dude.
Oh yeah.
Rude ass.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah, the guys will be excited, man.
Hell yeah, can't wait.
I'm excited, man. Fuck yeah. This has been really fun.
All right, we get it. All right, but hey, man, Steven, congratulations once again.
Yeah, dude,
Thank
congrats.
you, brother.
Congrats,
Appreciate
man.
it, guys.
Bonnie.
Thank you.
Nothing but happiness for you guys.
Hell yeah, really happy. And for all you fuck faces out there, I guess we'll see y'all later.
Wear a condom. Stay safe. Y'all have a good one, fuck faces. Episode
Later.
9, baby.
Wear a mask,
Peace
fuck
and love.
faces.
Wear a mask.